everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. How is everyone doing today? Before we even get into the show, I just want to say, hold me closer, Tony Danza. Hold me closer.
Greetings and salutations, people.
Hello, everybody. How has thus everybody been?
You know, I've been pretty good. Last week or so was a very productive week.
Yeah, you were lying your ass off.
Yeah, in Liar's Bar. So fun.
Oh, you mean I'm the champion?
You did win quite a bit.
You're really good at deceiving people.
By telling the truth.
Goes without saying. He's a constant liar. He's good at it.
I would never lie. I've never lied in my life. You know that, right?
I disagree with that sentiment.
You know, they gave me a bunch of awards for telling the truth. And I said, I can't accept this.
Yeah, because you didn't deserve it, because it would have been a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hello Trayvon and Decrepit Storm in the chat. How are y'all doing? I guess we should go ahead and we should get into the news.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get into the news.
Why was NegaPosi?
Let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
I forgot the first part. I just got so excited, and I just my slippery fingers. And what do you mean Nickelback? That was clearly
Nickelback.
No, it wasn't.
Who's high?
You are.
Me?
Uh-huh.
No, that's for after the show. Anyways, we have some news this week. Aka Akasaka launches new manga in spring 2025. He, of course, is the creator of Kaguya-sama and Oshinoko. Which, by the way, he got into a bunch of drama recently with that.
Manga.
What do you mean?
The Oshinoko ending?
Oh, you mean just the ending itself? Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was great. Nobody complained about it at all.
The only thing I haven't read anything about it. The only thing that I know is that somehow it's such a bad ending that it negates the entire story itself or something, or I don't know.
I heard that that's also the ending that the mangaka wanted all along.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I know what the ending is, or at least one of the major things that happens in it. I can't say based on me not having half the story whether it's good or not. I can't evaluate that, but
who dies?
I don't know if anybody died, but
she's dead.
Not again. Not again.
And the doctor that treated I.
And the 12-year-old Panzercation. Wow. Cancer patient.
That's like I used to watch this Fallout streamer. His name is Jabbo, and he would say all of the time accidentally toin toss instead of coin toss.
Oh. Yeah, that happens to me where I just mix up the first part of the word and I switch it with the other one. I don't know what that is. Is that being dyslexic or something?
Oh, there's a term for it. It may be dyslexia. I love it when it happens, though, because it can often coin new phrases.
Yes. And in this case, I don't even remember what I said, but there you go.
Is there any word as to what the manga is supposed to be about or genre-wise?
Let me click the article here. We do know that he's still conceiving it to some degree. He's still working on it, and he's not doing the art for this one. It is going to be the Record of Ragnarok artist Ajichika and Aoi Kujira, who created Geek Circle
Kuchiku?
Crisis.
Well,
Oh, it
maybe
says the magazine teases a fairy tale story with a prince and princess guided by fate.
he seems to really love that fate thing.
Yeah, does he love Saber though? That's the question.
No, I feel like he would be a fan of Green, considering the
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
the red eye bias.
and Lancer and Rin,
Probably.
and Shiro. Honestly, he'd probably be in Shiro too. Anyways, yeah, that's Akasaka's new manga. If anyone here has read the Oshinoko ending, definitely let us know because I don't know anything about it. Trayvon though says,
Don't let
I
us
want to
know.
say, just say if it was good or not.
"Oh yeah, don't spoil it or anything. Don't do that." Trayvon says Kaguya ending was bad, so I'm not surprised.
I've heard that same thing from somebody, albeit it was only from them. But the thing that worries me about Kaguya-sama is as prolific of a rom-com it is, I've never seen many people speak glowingly about the ending. So that worries me. Like you would think that for a manga that was that big and that popular, that if it did end well, there'll be more people talking about it, or at least I would have known about it. And I don't think that was the case with Kaguya. So
Damn.
it probably either ended underwhelming or it was just outright bad.
Damn.
To be fair, a lot of Akasaka's stuff, I tend to notice that a lot of people share them through clips anyways. It seems a lot of people like consumed Kaguya especially through clip format. So maybe it just doesn't affect him that much. Who knows? Because people are like freaking out about the Oshinoko ending, but I guarantee you they'll forget about it in a couple days.
Just like everything else.
It's probably a case where I think people don't really resonate with the drama that he writes. Like it is, Oshinoko is a different series whereas majority of his drama, but at least for Kaguya-sama, the parts that people really like about that show are the comedy bits and like the Death Note S battle between the two main characters. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't just it being bad objectively, but it just having like a tonal shift in its final arc or so. Because I think that can affect people's opinions on the ending as well.
We got to get EA to read Oshinoko and tell us if we should continue watching it.
Just have him out there as like a test dummy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be the dummy that just goes around going, "Well, guys, I just read the whole thing, and what do you think?" Run.
We are not picking this up for the next season.
Yeah. It has been voted, and we voted unanimously. We will not be picking this up for the third season. Have a good day.
Listen, I kind of want to watch it just for the shitty ending. Honestly, this kind of makes me want to watch it more. There's
Not
something.
me.
There is something about Oshinoko where I both really enjoy it, like genuinely, but also I'm kind of like, oh, I really want to see this. Like, I want to see how off the rails this gets.
It's because of Kana and her being red.
And a pepper.
A red pepper, for sure.
Well, she was a green one, but same difference. Let's go ahead and get into the next bit of news, which is not news. Or is news?
It
is
event?
news.
It sure is.
It's a travesty. That's what it was.
It is. It's a bastardization of just the sport itself.
Wait,
I mean,
what are we talking about for the viewers?
For the viewers that don't know, we're talking about if you were living under a rock and don't know, I don't know what to tell you, but basically there was a fight that happened this past weekend, the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, and God, just God. Um, it was so bad, like it's probably no lie, one of the worst boxing matches I've ever seen. And I'm sure there's probably others, and I'm sure that they're probably terrible too. But this one, in recent memory, just rings true. Like I don't know. I get it. Mike Tyson's almost in his 60s and just can't do it like he used to. But I feel like, and a lot of people feel this way too, that I think there was shenanigans when it came to this fight. I feel like some punches were pulled and they didn't really go all out with each other, and it was nothing more than a big swindle of everybody's money.
That was a WWE match
For sure.
and not in a good way.
Yeah, in WWE matches, they at least go all out and make it look good. This one didn't even look good.
Yeah. This was it's going to sound dramatic when I say all of this, but I feel like this shows the flaws in society in general. And what I mean by that is this fight shouldn't have happened. And I'm not saying that because Mike Tyson is damn near 60 and Jake Paul's damn near 30. So he's almost twice his age. It's not that. It's the fact that Mike Tyson would even put his reputation on a line for monetary value. I just feel like things like respect in the sense of like you earn it, that's becoming less and less important to society. Because if you got somebody like Mike Tyson, who is, again, this fight shouldn't have even happened. I don't care how old he is. Mike Tyson is a legend. He'll remain a legend. I do think it's a stain on his legacy. But Jake Paul should have had to actually fight some boxers just to be in the same ring as him.
Yeah.
This man, he was one of the most prolific knockout artists that we've ever seen in the sport of boxing.
Yep.
And for this guy who, and that's this, I don't want to take away everything because Jake Paul has worked hard, to get in shape, and obviously has learned boxing. So it's not like he's just some random guy or whatever. At the very least, he has some fundamentals. But in the sport of boxing, you have to really earn your way up there. I know boxing has had its corruptness and there's a lot of that, but even to be in a position, a lot of times you really had to fight your heart out. And I was ashamed to see that he even took this fight. I'm just thinking like it wasn't whatever he got paid, it was not worth it. Seeing Mike Tyson go up there, they ask him, "Hey, are you going to fight again?" And he was like, "Well, maybe." And he says, I might fight your brother." And then Logan Paul takes the mic and says, looks at Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson, and he said, "I would kill you."
The wrestler in WWE.
It's
a joke. Like, I feel like boxing's been on the decline for a while now, and this certainly didn't help it. You know what I mean? Like, I've always felt UFC has gotten more like bang for its buck as far as like being more entertaining than boxing. And I feel like that happened somewhere like in the 2000s, 2010s, whatever it just went for, it was like this, boxing, UFC, and then it just went to that. And yeah, like boxing is definitely in a point now where, to me, it's almost kind of reminiscent, and this is going to be a funny comparison, but to country music, modern day country music, where it doesn't know whether it wants to be country or rock or rap or whatever, and it's like lost. And I feel like boxing is kind of there where it's just the reputation of it is just so far gone now. It's a shame.
No, I think Sati's on the money with the whole society thing. I think society in general does not value most things anymore. Nothing is sacred anymore. There is no sacred anything this day and age.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that Mike would go out and do this. I think, just based off how every other celebrity is eventually they fall into that. That just doing anything for money. Got to get their bag. I hate that phrase now.
Yes, it's just sad to see. Like I said, because Trayvon said in the chat, Mike say he doesn't care about his legacy, which, that's his prerogative. I'm not saying that he has to. Like, that's his opinion on it. It's just that as trouble as Mike was, he was an inspiration to a lot of people just because
sure.
if you heard his story and the shit that he's been through,
it's an amazing
it's a miracle. It's a miracle he's where he's at. And I'm sure that got a lot of people that were maybe even in similar situations thinking about him and what he was able to achieve despite all that, probably propelled them to great heights. So even if he doesn't care about his legacy, other people like myself, and I'm sure a lot of people across the world certainly do care about his legacy and did not want to see it affected in this way. Like, we all understand he's an old man. I don't think most people who are serious, who are not casual boxers, like anybody who understands boxing knew he was going to lose this. Like, unless Jake Paul was just that trash.
Right. I was waiting for Mike to at least throw something, and he never did. He just kept chewing on his gloves the whole time.
He barely threw any punches in that fight. Like, just the graphics, like he wasn't trying to do anything.
I don't like his legs. His legs.
Just saying.
We get it. You hate the man's legs. Tell that to Mike after the show and see if he cares.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the most uneventful Friday night.
Yeah. I mean, what happened before that though? I don't know. For those of you that are curious, we played a new game, me, Satsuki, and C, and a couple of Satsuki's friends played Liar's Bar, and we determined that C is the greatest liar.
Mm-hmm.
No.
A con artist for the ages.
I'm the Liar's Game grand champion. That's what I am.
Up there with Saul Goodman.
If there was a championship for lying, I feel like C would win. He was pretty good at it. And Sasuke, I feel bad for you. If there was a championship of killing yourself immediately, you won it.
Oh, man, it got bad. It was funny because it was only with y'all that I kept dying early. The other rounds we played before you guys played, there was a table where literally everybody had 5 shots or more. But then I play with you guys, and then I go, I'm not going to die. Second shot.
Ridiculous. That is insane.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Pretty fun game.
Yeah. It was a fun game.
Yeah. Speaking of games, the Game Award nominations came out today. You know, everybody looks out for these Game Awards. Come on, clap it up.
What are they promoting this year?
Wait, didn't the Elden Ring DLC get nominated?
And I was actually going to touch base on that. There's some controversy on, I guess, like the Game of the Year nominations, where one of the Game of the Years is not even a full game; it's a DLC.
That's ridiculous.
Which I don't understand how that even gets nominated.
Didn't Elden Ring? Didn't it win last year?
It won 1 year. Yeah,
I think it won against God of War Ragnarok.
Something like that. It won Game of the Year, and that's where the guy came up and was talking. He just randomly came up and
Bill
talked about
Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah,
Jewish
yeah.
Rabbi Bill Clinton or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm so happy that nobody. He just went up there like he was part of the crew. I give him confidence. He had the confidence, like, yeah, I'm with these people. I'm all these Japanese people. I made it. I helped make this game.
Yeah, frankly, I just do not care about the Game Awards. I don't really care about most awards besides the KOA Awards. Hey!
That's a good award show.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's just popularity contests. You know, you could literally get the same effect if you held the poll on Blue Sky or something for everyone to vote on. It would come out the same, pretty much.
Hey guys, what's the best game this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the nominations now.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you expect. You know, Black Myth Wukong, Astro Boy, which I haven't played on, but I heard that's a really fucking good game.
I gotta play Wukong again.
Does an Astro Boy game?
Yeah. Oh, are you playing that one, Satsuki, Metaphor?
Yeah, I'm playing it. I was actually playing it last week.
Yeah. And you said that one's really good, right?
Yeah, it's basically I don't know if you played any of the Persona games, but it's basically Persona. It's basically medieval Persona without the dating simulation, which for a lot of people that may make their heart drop. But
it apparently has a job system inspired by Final Fantasy XII, which I think is really awesome.
It's pretty fun though. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I agree with Trayvon. I only watched the Game Awards for the reveals for the new games coming out. I will watch those trailers just to see what's coming out, but you know, has there been a game that people that you guys have seen that you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to play it? I feel like it's been forever since I've had that feeling. It's been a while.
I can't say that because I'm usually never on a hunt for stuff. I usually just I usually wait for other people to talk about it, and I go, okay, maybe this game I won't mind wasting my money on.
Yeah,
Elden Ring.
That's usually what I do.
I had to think.
Oh, really?
I had to think hard about that. Elden Ring was the last game I got really excited for.
Okay.
I'm gonna be excited for Steins Gate when that new remake comes out, so I can actually play the visual novel.
You gonna get Daru as your waifu?
I don't think that's possible unless they have a gay route.
Hey
but
Satsuki, can you say that slower?
if I did a gay route, it definitely wouldn't be with him. I think I could find someone better. Oh yeah, I could just go. No, I could just go with Ruka.
Oh, there you go.
That's a better gay route.
Yeah, but she's a guy.
Well, besides Ruka being radiant in shrine vestments, KOA is too. You guys want to talk about the new FMA episode?
What about the Patreon in the blue sky, sir?
Oh, did we not do the intro?
No, I didn't hear you cuss at anybody.
I am so high.
Yeah, I think that threw you off. Like when you heard that, you were like, "What the hell?"
Okay, so, all right. If you haven't already, guys, leave a like, share this podcast out with your friends. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/King of Anime. It's got all the greatest content. $1 gets you the entire King of Anime KOA Plus backlog of sexalicious, awesome, amazing, maybe disturbing content on the internet. We also have a blue sky, so come make some biscuit with us or die. And subscribe to us, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm sorry. I am so high.
The fact that you have that is incredible. But let's go ahead and let's get into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 5, aka Ed Dead Redemption.
A lot of things happened this episode.
I think the most notable one is Riza with her hair down.
I think the most notable change is that we have a new intro song.
Oh, that is true.
Is it Nickelback?
It's not.
Yeah, unfortunately. That I think I didn't realize. Well, I obviously, like, once I watched it, I knew it was a new opening, but I didn't have that in mind when I was picking the chunks of episodes. But that was like the perfect place to stop and start again.
You did that on purpose, Satsuki. Come on, don't flatter yourself.
I wish I knew about that. I was like, oh, I guess that works.
I'm so good. I'm gonna make him pretend like I know this shit.
I'm a genius. What can I say?
Can I just say,
good opening though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the opening's iconic. I think I don't know how many FMA openings I really like, but I know I like the first two. The first one especially. That's the one everyone loves. But
first one's great.
Yeah. I think the
next one is my favorite, I think.
The one after this one?
I think it's the one after this one, if I remember the episodes correctly.
I think the last one is probably my favorite one besides the first two. It depends on what day you ask, but I actually really love the first part of this episode where Scar was fighting Mr. Penguin Man, the spinner top guy. Because
Beyblade character.
Because I was literally like, yo, this guy is from this is the guy from Cowboy Bebop. Remember when Spike fights the guy in the
and he had like a big old smile on his face, and it's like a circus, right?
Yeah, it's a circus. Yeah, a circus of value.
Yeah, I love that one. And he just had like the cane on one hand, he had the top hat, and he's just like, "Hello, Spike."
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah,
and this wasn't too far removed from when Bebop first aired, so.
Yeah, I'm sure there was some inspiration in there somewhere.
I just like how we've just kind of accepted that some of these alchemists are just like ridiculous top hat spinning people. Like, what does that have to do with alchemy? What is he doing exactly?
I mean, have we seen Alex Louis Armstrong? He's a bald dude with Charlie Brown hair, and he's got muscles out the wazoo, and he's a brawler.
And he talks like
alchemy is about the will of spirit. Oh, Rick.
Yeah, and he talks like he's talking through a thick layer of beard.
Gotta tell you, Elric boys, you guys are fantastic. Yes, indeed.
I love. But yeah, he starts off the episode just murdering another prolific state alchemist, so that was pretty fun.
As you would taking a stroll through the street.
And it shows he's still a freaking menace. He's still on the loose, and he's still dangerous too. He's a walking killing machine.
Scar didn't even wait for him to drown. He just jumped in the water and murdered him.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, with these alchemists, you don't know what they could do. I would have done the same. My question is, how does Scar just keep finding people on these desolate streets, like no witnesses, and he's just able to kill them? It happens every time. Like, he did the same thing. He almost did the same thing with Ed and Al, because they were just sitting by themselves in the rain. And then he did the same thing with the Iron Blood Alchemist, where he was just at night, just stalked them and, tried to kill them. Because you would think that with Scar being active and the government not catching him, they would put wanted posters. They would let every state alchemist know, hey, do not be alone. There's this one guy that's lurking around who's killing everybody. you might want to have some protection.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have any kind of like patrols at night either. You know, like I understand like if you're like roaming around by yourself. Does I'm trying to think. Does this world have intercoms? I mean, they have
Yeah,
phones, but it's like one of those things like, yo, Scar's here, everybody fall out. It's
it
just
should.
something like that.
Okay, so here's a theoretical situation for you all.
Okay.
You were an alchemist in the war, and you killed a lot of people, and Scar's coming for you. He's got you dead to rights. You're on the ground, and you can only say, what is the one thing that you would say that would like shock him and give you a second to run away?
You are an imposter.
That's what I would say.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just do like the Neon Genesis Evangelion thing. Just mouth a word and not say something. And then he'll be so shocked. He'll be like, what the fuck? You didn't say shit.
And suddenly he gets shot in the chest, and it cuts back to you, and you're holding a gun. It's like, where the fuck did he get that?
I just gotta rely on the directing.
Right, at that point, you're like, please be the same genre. I don't know. For me, I would just go, Ka May.
This is strange.
May.
He's 100% going to kill you faster.
Now, if I put my feet up, Nay. No. I just hold on a second, Scar. I'm getting the spirit bomb ready. Just wait like an hour.
People of Earth, lend me your energy.
Give me it. It's who the fuck is this guy?
Imagine you tried to gain or get everybody's energy, but you're in New York. Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Did you hear something in your ear?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up!
We're trying to sleep over here. Yeah, I'm dead no matter what. If Scar's on top of me. Any last words? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
I will give you 10 seconds to pray to your god.
Pickle sandwiches. Just say pickle sandwiches. That's all you need.
Pork chop sandwiches.
And I'll go, what? You got one?
Yeah. You don't have to kill me. Look. Here's a sandwich.
Pulls out gun.
Speaking of murdering people, was he about to murder that little girl? Because she had her back turned to him, but then he was just like creeping his hand closer. And then if I was the panda, I would have said something. I'd have been like, "Hey, what the fuck?
Here, you little
Go."
shit.
You just making a mess all up in my room. Yeah, that little girl is a new character.
May.
I don't remember this character. Yeah, we got a set of new characters, but I don't remember May and Panda.
Yeah, definitely weren't in all of this from this point on. I don't think there's anything that the original, or I should say, the 2003 version of Fullmetal Alchemist has in what we're getting now, and what we're going to get later in Brotherhood.
I do remember Ling though. It's crazy. I completely forgot about this character until I saw his face and heard Todd Habercorn speak, and I was like, "Oh yes, I remember this character, the cheap ass prince that just goes around going, guys, it's me, the main character from Fairy Tail, just walking around." Yeah. I was just like, I completely forgot about that character.
Also, the panda is not named Panda. This isn't Jujutsu Kaisen, good sir. This is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Her name is Xiao Mei.
That's the name of the panda?
Yes.
Xiao Mei?
Xiao Mei.
Okay. Like chicken chow mein?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yum.
Well, yeah, some of the new characters we get are from Shing. It's pronounced Shing, right?
I think it's Shing. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're supposed to be like Chinese.
Yeah, they crossed the desert from the east.
So the new characters that we get are Mei, who is a little girl who is traveling with Scar, introduces us to Alka history. Ling, Ling and Fu, who are retainers of Ling, and then Ling himself, who is who we find to be a prince for Xing and a freeloader.
Yeah, he didn't make a good first impression. Hey, Ed boy. Sorry, Ed boy. That was Rolf from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Ed boy.
Hello there, Ed boy. Rolf's great, but no. Yeah, he. What did he do? Didn't he con him out of like food or something?
Well, he just was in the alley, laid the hell out, and then Al sees him, is like, what do we do about this thing? And then they just feed him, and then he eats up the entire restaurant, forces Ed to pick up the tab, and then his retainers proceed to, well, one of the explosions wasn't their fault, but the other one was. He just blow up a portion of the city and then make them pay for that too.
Right. Oh, how annoying. And it's all because Ed was like, Ling is a stupid idiot. He's a fucking piece of shit. Don't you dare talk about my master.
Get the fuck up. What? That's not an appropriate reaction.
Right. Yeah. And then the old guy, he was just like, I think this is going to explode. Don't push that button.
Al just... the funniest thing that happened in the episode was Panina jumping back into the story, but she doesn't. Like Al is running for his life while Fu is pursuing after him. Panina has her hands in her pockets and is like, her legs aren't even moving fast. She's like at walking speed.
Orange
and she's
Cassidy.
Like, yeah. She's like, oh Al, what the fuck is going on? Oh, he's chasing you? You want me to blow him up? Okay.
And she just shoots a beam out of her leg.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Yeah. But the big thing that we get from Xing is the topic of Alka history itself. Because what we learn is there's this technique that looks very similar, at least with the diagrams that they draw, very similar to alchemy, but it's not alchemy. It is their version of alchemy, which is more tailored towards medical uses. So, unlike Amestrius, where they're using alchemy for atrocities of war, they're using it to heal people, which, how many times we've said this before? It ties into the whole thing of, like cycles and there being balance. Like in Amestrius, alchemy is being used to destroy, and then in Xing, alchemy is being used to heal. So two sides of one coin.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, I like how that plays into like how they're supposed to be, from China in real life. That also plays into the Chinese in real life. They're known for being very smart people and creating a lot of like herbal medicines and stuff like that like ointments and stuff. That's like one of one of the things they're like really known for there. So I thought that was really clever as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the other commonality we see with Mei and Ling is they're both looking for a method to gain immortality. Now, we don't know why Mei wants it exactly, but Ling gives his explanation, which is he wants to use it as a tool to get it up in this succession war that he has. Because his father has, how many kids did he say? 43?
A lot.
I think he said 19 daughters and 24 sons, if I remember correctly.
as you normally would, being a king of a country.
Yeah. So he has a lot of competition. So he's like, some people imagine you being someone who thinks like, I don't know, getting a birthday card for your dad is going to be enough to win you the succession war, and then he's looking for fucking immortality. Like you just see things progressively get crazier. Everybody, they have one day where they all had to present what they are giving their dad,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then he's looking around like, I got this in the bag. I'm the first son. I know what my dad likes. I got him some, I don't know. I got him his favorite candy, his favorite movie. Got it all under control. And then some dude pulls out immortality. You're like,
You can't compete
well,
with that.
well.
I guess I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet on this one, so to speak.
Yeah,
Immortality wins.
yeah, bro. Are you hiring or something?
Do you
Just
have
give it to you, bro,
extras?
brother.
Yeah.
But so yeah, alchemy and alchemy, and how they're going to play into each other is interesting because we already have a blend of that being presented to us through Scar's tattoo. Because May is able to recognize that his arm, the symbols on it um, are something that she's seen from alchemy, and he says he speaks towards his brother who studied both alchemy and alchemy. So his arm is a result of those two things fusing, or something of the sort.
Yeah. Speaking of fusing, Al he can use a transmutation circle now. Just like Ed can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alchemy without a transmutation
Right,
circle.
that's what I meant. Like he could do the exact same thing, and I love how Ed was thinking to himself like, this makes Al better than me now.
Yeah, he's already admitted as much that he's a better fighter, and he has the height that he wants to. So yeah,
So now that is there, he's just like, well, I'm useless. Put me in the ground.
He's a pipsqueak.
I mean, he has one thing going for him.
His shortness.
No. May is in love with him. She wants to
Oh yeah.
find the Fullmetal Alchemist.
I don't know why. And also, is this a red herring? It's not really him. It's actually like Alphon.
Bro. If it's fake Sanji, that would be great.
I mean, she did have his image in mind, so
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. A very distorted image, sort of like that one time I showed up.
It was
at
a
the
little
fishing
embellished.
store.
It was a little embellished.
It was like, "Hey guys, it's me, Ice," and it was like, "Ice, what the fuck?
Oh
You're
my
hot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Why the?
Yeah, I think
It's-
that's
What?
Except it was the opposite. It was like she was sandbagging herself.
Yeah, though
Yeah.
I do like the normal Ice better than the model Ice. I'm gonna be honest.
you like
Blob
Brazilian
ice.
Brazilian
Yeah.
blob.
I like her without her
Hatsune
bones.
Miku.
I
Put that
don't
on
know
a
if I like
shirt.
that sentence.
Someone put that on a shirt. I like her without her bones.
My God. Sounds like some,
This official sponsor is brought to you by KOA.
it sounds like some shit that Jeffrey Dahmer was saying. I can imagine a conversation like that just happening. Like, well, why would you do this to her? I thought you loved her. I do love her, just not without her bones. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Look at the time. It's crap. It's 7 o'clock at night. I gotta go to bed. Good night.
See ya.
See ya.
But yeah, a lot of things happened though. Barry pulled up on
Oh yeah.
Hawkeye, and credit to Hawkeye, she does not wait to be She you know what Hawkeye reminds me of, or that moment, what that moment reminded me of. It reminded me of when Aaron just punched the shit out of the Warhammer Titan and wouldn't let him transform. Wouldn't let her transform.
Yeah.
Risa just shoots the shit out of Barry because fucking suit of armor guy with a big ass knife. Just shoot the shit out of him. And then he tries to do the peekaboo, my head's gone, and then she goes, oh. Thank you.
Why aren't you terrified? Oh, well, I know somebody just like you. Let me guess. Al.
That bitch Al.
The Wonder Boy.
I love how Chopper is attracted to dominant women.
Yeah, seems
he's a cuck.
I feel like that's almost him being a vehicle for the author to say, like, I love writing strong women.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how he would react if he saw someone like Izumi. He would probably just like
he'd come when he had no dick.
You'll just see all the parts of his armor just bursting off. Whoa, like mama!
Literally the old school, old-fashioned cartoons with the woo woo.
It's steaming.
Right, that's all it is. His whole body turns red and just steam comes out. Whoa, mama!
Yeah, because he seemed to be in love with Hawkeye, and he was. Well, a moment happened later. We're not on that episode, but he did it again.
Yeah,
he's a simp.
Yeah, he's a simp.
A little bit.
He loves his strong women. If he was born in this generation, he'd fit right in.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't even be a murderer and kill. He would just be online and go, oh, mommy.
How much is your OnlyFans? Little miss. Cut those prices in half.
No, he'd be on Tinder. He'd be living his best life, chopping the meat.
He'll go from bury the chopper to bury the
flopper.
The flopper. He doesn't chop meat; he beats his meat. That's what it comes down to.
But they capture him after the Hawkeye encounter, which makes me think, how exactly did she capture him? Because mind you, even though Al was maybe she did just seduce him. Because I'm thinking to myself, those bullets weren't effective. Like, she popped off his head. Oh, no. Actually, no, she didn't. He did it himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she captured him because, mind you, although Al was stronger than Barry, and it was more of him doing like a psychological thing to Al that made him be able to escape, Al was still kind of fighting on par with him. And I don't know what Riza could have done off screen that made her be able to capture him. But like EA said, maybe she just put on an old charm.
Yeah. I think once she realized that he liked her, he's just like,
I can't imagine Hawkeye trying to seduce someone, though.
He doesn't seem the flirty type.
No.
Hello,
she's probably just like, hey, you want to come with me? Oh, yes.
Ray doesn't even just have any emotion in her voice. Just, hey, I got something for you. Come to my house.
And then he starts getting tied up. He's thinking it's part of the BDSM.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. How did you know I like this? And then he just sees the other guy with the gun. And he's like, oh.
Oh. Well, at first, he's like, hey, baby, I three's a company. I don't think I can do this. Oh. Oh. Fuck.
Not again. That's probably how they captured him the first time.
A hot, attractive, very strong woman was just like, hey, how would you? Yeah. Blah, blah. Yeah.
They basically do like a How to Catch a Predator thing, but it's like the opposite. You just put a hot, dominant woman in front of them to capture serial killers.
They need to bring back that series. And I guarantee you that's what you would find more. It's a bunch of men going with cougars and dominant women. why don't you take a seat? What were you going to be doing with this of-age woman? This of-age woman who's available and single.
I don't know what.
I made a mistake. I was just checking to see if she was okay. I was gonna give her some cookies, because it's alone at night.
Yeah, but I think was that basically it. The
There was
only
a bunch.
the only other thing that we didn't talk about is this is where Al, Ed, and Winry, because they meet back up with Winry. They decide to head back to Central, and everybody is excited because they want to visit Hughes, and I don't think Hughes is alive, guys. I got a sneaking suspicion.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Tragic. Though there is this other thing with Scar at the end where he talks about how he's basically, well, it basically shows it like he's rejecting his humanity at this point. He's like detaching himself from his own humanity to get this. Like he truly is doing this not because he wants to, but because he's some, like, I don't know, some person like sent from God or whatever, like one of those types.
For him, he's just become a vessel for his mission. He's not a person anymore. We call him Scar, but that's just that's the name the military nicknamed him because there was no other way to identify him. He's never ever said his name. He's never identified himself. And he said as much in when Yoki asks him what's his name, and he says Ishvalan names are sacred. And for him, he knows he's on the wrong path of what his religion teaches. So he's renounced his name. He doesn't speak it. He doesn't have other people refer to him by his name because he knows what he's doing is against what he's been taught, but he feels like he has to do it. So, yeah, he's a very complex character and definitely one of the best villains, not only within this show, but just in shonen in general.
I think I know his name.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh no.
I think he's hiding it away because he's embarrassed. Because his real name is actually Jennifer.
I was just gonna say John Smith, but okay. Jennifer.
I thought he was gonna say John too. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's like Jennifer, like from like Baldur's Gate. Shadowheart. Her name's basically Jennifer.
It's not Jennifer, is it?
It's not, but it sounds a lot like it.
I thought her name was. Hold on, because yeah, Shadowheart's what she called herself. But I remember at the end,
liar.
You finally find out her name, and it was like Isabella or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
It's like someone with a J. It sounded like you could phonetically make it sound like Jennifer. And that was like a whole meme on the internet.
Yeah.
They're like, huh, Shadowheart's name is Jennifer. Really dork. Idiot.
Yeah. Look at her stupid ears.
But yeah, that was a good episode.
The next episode, though.
Yeah, you'll have to see it in the next video. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm still crying.
Let's get into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 16. Let's see, what was this episode about again?
It was about tears. Forgotten. Tears for Fears.
This episode was totally about Ed, Al, and Winry finding out about the death of Maze Hughes, and some shenanigans slipped in between. So, because Roy and Armstrong try to keep them from the truth.
Billy Mays Hughes here.
Hi there.
Infomercial on how to deal with death, how to mourn somebody properly.
You gotta put in some OxyClean, and then all your dead family will forget all about you.
Disintegrate all of their bodies. Make sure not to do it in a tub.
I might watch an infomercial like that. How to get away with murder. If you call now, you'll get 2 of this hydrochloric acid for the price of 1.
And if you're a vigilante named Scar wanted by the military, then order some.
You get yours for free. You just have to show up to this address. Results may vary.
Yeah, but they try to keep him from the truth, and this is why I love Fullmetal Alchemist. I feel like in any other less quality series, this specific thing would have been dragged out as to create drama of Ed and Al and Winry not knowing, which we already had a time and period where we knew, obviously, but they didn't know. But the minute the minute that is being presented as like a thing to hang over their head, like, oh, Roy and Armstrong aren't telling them what is going to happen, and then it gets revealed to them anyways. And they try to keep it from them because on Roy's side, he's thinking, which he was correct in his assessment, he didn't want Ed to blame himself because basically them trying to research the Philosopher's Stone is what led to Hugh's death because he knew too much. So he knew what was going to happen with Ed and Al on that front. But at the same time, I really love what Riza Hawkeye said in this episode when Roy was thinking of himself of being too soft for not telling them.
Yeah.
And Risa says, "No, you're cruel." And I was like, "Wow."
That's perspective for you, right? That is the contrast between those two characters and how they complement each other so much throughout this series. I mean, I think for some people they'd be like, they'd be siding with Roy. That's how far they would think. But Riza, she's like, yeah, but that's kind of messed up. Like, what happens if and we see like somebody else tells them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the issue. That's just one of the examples of the issues you run into, and you try to shield people and from things like that just because you don't want them to get distracted from the job. No, you just got to communicate these things. You gotta tell people this stuff. You have to make sure they know. It's important.
Yeah, it also just brings a lot of distrust. Because once they find out that you're lying and that you lied about this, well, hell, what else are they keeping from you? It doesn't help your case. That's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Maria Ross spills the beans unintentionally. I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too.
Bro, Ross, dude. Ross needs a long vacation after this entire thing.
Oh, she. well,
I agree.
From the perspective of episode 16, yeah, I would agree. That's all I'll say.
She'll be laying on the beach thinking about, man, I need some more sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because my body's getting sunburns.
Oh my god.
Listen, Ross, best girl, by the way.
But remember where her mole is.
Left or right eye, see. I'm look it up.
I think it's her left.
Final answer?
I think so. I mean, I got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. It's the left.
Yeah, I didn't know that, so
you did it.
I guessed good. I mean, I totally knew that.
Liar.
Liar.
But so yeah, there was a lot of grief that came with that because once Ed and Al found out the truth, and Winry was already on the way to the Hughes estate to, you know, talk to that family, and she heard from the wife Gracie, um, and Ed and Al go to the house because they basically want to apologize for getting Hughes involved in what led to his untimely death. And the moment that happened afterwards, after they spill their guts and they're, you know, apologizing profusely, it's like little moments like this that make me go, man, this cast is amazing from top to bottom. Like, of course, you could have a very top heavy cast of your your heavy hitters. Like people would expect Roy, Ed, and Al to be like great characters, but a lot of these side characters that don't have a lot of screen time still have great moments in the series. And even if that's the only thing you remember them of, the fact that you remember it is amazing because she tells them, you guys can't be discouraged from going after the Philosopher's Stone. You know, that would basically mean that my husband died for nothing. Like, if you feel that your research is what got my husband killed, I mean, obviously she's not blaming them because they didn't kill him, but in the spirit of honoring what he died for, you should still pursue it. And they needed that because you could see Al especially was wavering on whether or not to keep going on with his journey.
Yeah, I loved how it's Gracia. For some reason, I thought her name was Garcia. It was just the A and the R
Oh yeah,
that was.
Gracie.
Hey,
I say
Garcia!
Gracie.
Yeah, that's my bad. But anyway, yeah, Gracie. Yeah, almost kind of gave it a very human moment where she was like, "This is something that he would have done." You know, of course, this is something dying, helping other people. That's who he was. That's that goes with his character, and it to me it was just like, you know, that was probably as she was trying to cheer Ed and Al and Winry up, it was probably just twice as much as hard on her because she lost her husband, and she has to, you know, stay strong and show these boys that it wasn't their fault. And then when you see them kind of like go away and you just hear like just the weight just come over her and she just breaks down, and then her own daughter saying, "Don't cry, mommy." Yeah, it's sometimes, I don't know, we have to be strong and we have to like show others that in desperate times and in like dire times that things will be okay and that not everything is your fault because you aren't the ones that killed them. He died honorably. I don't have any regrets. Still sad that he's gone, but just overall, just know you have nothing to be ashamed of. And I really love that scene.
Again, going back to that cast, Fullmetal Alchemist usually always gets praise, especially for the female cast. And the reason why we pointed out is because, especially within a lot of battle shonen, female characters are not getting attention. Um, in part because it's a male. Well, battle shonen in particular, I think, is more male dominated more often than not. So there's a bias there. FMA is written by a woman.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
but there's so many strong female characters, and what I mean by that, because when you say strong female characters, a lot of times people are thinking about strong as in terms of battle prowess or anything like that. You know, because that's how Jujutsu Kaisen was sold to me because of the strong female characters. Like, yeah, sure, they're strong in terms of what they're able to do in a fight, But I think Fullmetal Alchemist has a lot of strong female characters in the emotional sense. Like Garcia or Garcia.
See what I mean?
Great. Yeah, yeah. It just came out. Gracia is strong in an emotional sense. Uh, encouraging the brothers, how she's handling her grief and trying to stay strong for her daughter and pushing on through all of this. Izumi Curtis, losing the baby, um, mentoring Ed and Al, who are orphans. Riza Hawkeye is more strong in the traditional sense. Like she's always able to back up Roy no matter what, able to hold her own. Like this show, and there's going to be some more characters like that. But yeah, this show is always
particular.
Maybe. But yeah, this show has always been. It's not just the females, but I felt the need to single them out because the female characters are really great, and especially in comparison to other battle shonen shows.
Yeah, there's no competition. Especially JJK,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, it's crazy because JJK had potential, but we all know what happened. You.
Who's you?
Who's the mangaka again? What's his name?
Gay.
Gay. I knew it was like two things together. You, Gay. You murdered. You know what you did. Bad. Rub your nose in it.
Oh.
Now think about what you did.
But EA, Gege Akutami doesn't exist. It's just a fake name for Tatsuki Fujimoto.
That's right. The creator of Chainsaw Man did JJK. Yeah.
They're the same people.
Yeah.
He made JJK to troll people.
If Fujimoto wrote JJK, like every female character in JJK would be a dominatrix
and have a huge ass.
And have an eye missing.
There's a Tatsuki Fujimoto quote that is so funny. Let me try to find it. You guys
Terrible day for rain.
Continue on.
Hello, Midnight.
Oh, I already found it. Like immediately
How you
found
doing?
it.
Oh.
This Tatsuki Fujimoto said this at, I think, in Look Back or something like that. He said, "Twice a year I spent time with my grandmother in France. I'm trying to get into her will."
That's pretty funny.
I fucking love Fujimoto.
That's funny.
Dude's a mad lad.
He has.
I hope the best for him.
Yeah, same.
But besides the Hughes thing, we see Roy Mustang looking more into what Hughes was looking into. So he's looking into the archives, trying to figure out what exactly was Hughes trying to tell him. And this has caught the attention of Envy, who was already undercover, watching over his shoulder, seeing what he's up to. And I'll talk about Envy later, but Armstrong warns him to be careful because it's basically, they know at this point there's some corruption in the government. Again, they don't know how high it is. We know now because we've seen Furikeen Bradley, but they're having to tiptoe around. And this is why Roy Mustang is moving kind of covertly. He has his guys staying low while they interrogate Barry the Chopper. He's moving kind of weird, but it's on purpose because he doesn't know exactly who his enemies are.
Yeah. Freaking. I guess I'll start off real quick. I guess before all the sad, depressing stuff, Ling Ling is thrown in jail for being an illegal.
They literally just said that. That's what made it funny. They said, it was like, move through, we got an illegal alien.
Wait, no. Wait, was it in this episode or the one before where he said that he couldn't speak?
Oh yeah,
That was the last episode.
Okay,
Because they were saying, because that's when they were like, who's gonna pay for this blown up building? Blah, 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 blah. And Ed was like, it was him and his guys. They're the one who did it. And he was like, I can't speak Japanese.
They did a Mary. Yep. Those bastards. But yeah, so now he's in jail, all because he decided to become narcoleptic and pass out on the middle of the street.
I mean, like, how long is he going without food? Is he just stupid?
He has to be. He doesn't seem like a smart man.
I can imagine just passing out multiple times due to hunger when you can do something about it.
Hooray.
You know,
we're in Central now. I'm gonna mess up.
Fuck. He just doesn't get a sense of hunger. He's like, I know I'm hungry when I pass out.
You need to eat a Snickers. Why? Because you pass out when you're fucking hungry. Here. You better?
His eyes open up.
It's better?
Yeah.
Better.
He does an ice transformation.
Oh. That's like 2 references to ice transformation.
2 really, honestly, isn't even enough.
I think it's more than enough.
But let me see. This is where we get the big thing, which bleeds into the next episode. So because Envy is seeing that Roy is up to no good, at least in their eyes, Envy goes, we got to do something about Roy. But Envy doesn't go about it in a typical way of just killing someone, because we find out that they see Roy as a sacrifice candidate. That's the verbiage she uses, I believe.
What does that mean? We don't know.
Well, I think we can see the ties, which are capable alchemists. Now, Ed and Izumi have been straight up called sacrifices because they've seen the truth, which Roy hasn't. So that's why he is being called a candidate rather than just an outright sacrifice. So they see potential in him, which is why they're protective of state alchemists in general. It seems to be for this sacrificial reason. Anybody that's a capable alchemist, they want to keep around. That's why they're so mad at Scar. But and he's probably also like fucking up the neighborhoods with the prices. Like, houses are probably dirt cheap now wherever Scar goes.
I used to be able to afford now where I live. Now they're just giving them away. What's going on?
Yeah. But so because Roy's snooping around, they don't want to just kill Roy. Envy just comes up with a plan. Also, Envy called Lust ugly.
Jealous.
Yeah.
They're envious.
Yeah,
for sure. She's the definition of gorgeous.
Yeah, asked Havoc at the end of the episode.
That's his new girlfriend.
Yeah, he scored.
Or maybe that's just someone who looks like Lust. Or maybe it's Envy.
Wait.
What if it's just Envy?
Maybe it's Lust's twin sister.
Yeah.
What's her twin sister's name?
Love.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah, there you go. No way. No way. This is 100% Lust. The voice, everything. Hey there, Havoc. God damn, you got a big package. Oh yeah, these flowers are quite lovely. They're for you.
Amazon's got 2-day free shipping, so if you got Prime, so Yeah, thanks for complimenting my package. Yeah.
He
Thanks.
does seem like the type to say some shit like that. Even when he was going on a date, like he has a cigarette in his mouth, he goes, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have like cigarette breath," and it puts it out with his shoe. I'm like, bro, get it together.
Hey there. Welcome. Hamana hamana hama halalala.
Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, they got multiple ways of infiltrating um people's ranks. But yeah, Envy comes up with a plan to frame Maria Ross for the murder of Maze Hughes,
Not best girl.
which you can already see why that's happening, but we could talk about it more in detail next episode because the whole plot is revealed to us.
Yeah, and basically, I just at the end of this episode, I just yelled "run."
When you saw Lust?
Yeah. That's what that's what I yelled. I said, "Run." That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's get into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 17.
Don't
18's
confuse
this
the people.
Yeah. Sorry, peoples. Didn't mean to do that. This episode of Law and Order was pretty crazy. But yeah, Ross got framed. Best girl, Ross. And,
She got convicted in like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
by the way,
they convicted her. They were immediately like, she's guilty. It says here that you used a 45. What do you use in your stupid gun, you stupid piece of shit? Well, that's a little uncalled for, but I think it's a 45, sir. Guilty. Go to hell.
You lose. Good day, sir.
let me ask you guys this before we talk about this episode deeply. Do we think that because Envy obviously has these transformation powers, do we think the main guy that was like the lead interrogator military police guy, do we think that was Envy or was that just a regular guy in their ranks?
I don't know. It didn't really show her.
I don't think
and
it's
how she got involved.
I don't think it's Envy because I think it's more chaotic if you have someone from the not necessarily from the inside, but someone who's like this super straight-laced guy, maybe, who's maybe misguided.
Well, the reason I bring that up in general is because we obviously know the homunculi are. We have somebody like King Bradley, who is the top of the food chain, who is able to manipulate the military at will. But I guess the question is how deep is the corruption? Because we know the homunculi are evil, but does it mean that other people are included in this, like regular humans that are included in this plot?
I mean, now that you say that, maybe. Especially if they have some kind of deal with them. Like maybe it's something like they don't have to kill anybody, but they keep tabs kind of that way. I could totally see something like that. So if you're saying this guy is one of those people, I believe it. I believe that he could have, because if I remember, I feel like Envy was like, I'm going to do something. And then she like picked up the phone. She probably called, picked up the phone, talked to that guy. And then that guy was real hard pressed with Maria and was like, you're guilty. Just say you're guilty. Sign on the dotted line. It was you. Yeah. I could see something like that because it was very much like cut and dry. Like they didn't even want to take her side. It was just very much just, you're done.
Yeah, I brought it up because the stuff that they were, because it was actual evidence. It was actual circumstantial evidence that they were bringing to the table. And from what we've seen of Envy, even though Envy has the whole transformation thing, I don't think Envy is like some criminal lawyer or somebody that could go, I need this evidence to frame Maria Ross. I need to make sure that the same service weapon is the same gun that I shot. You know what I mean?
Right. She doesn't seem smart.
Well, I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say that. I wanted to say like I don't think she's given that she's not human. I don't think she's that well versed in human affairs to be able to manipulate stuff like that. But who knows? Who knows?
Right. I don't think she is. I think it's more of a if she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it. She's gonna kill somebody. She's gonna transform. She can imitate people very well. Now, as far as the logic and how to speak like X, Y, and Z, or I guess like embody their personality, she doesn't have that. She's just surface level. I can look like this person, and that's about it.
Sheska got to witness that firsthand.
Yeah, when that other when she took over as that other dude.
Yeah.
And she was just like, huh? What?
No, she was confused that entire day.
Yeah, I know. It's like they had a full-on conversation, and then he walks in. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The fuck?
Good morning again. Hi.
I feel like she's the type to question her own sanity before she questions their sanity. She's gonna be like, am I going fucking insane?
I mean, this is the same person that can memorize an entire library of books. I would say you would go mad after a while.
Yeah.
You would have the question, did I already write this book down?
C-Tat this would appreciate this reference. Like imagine Halloween using her powers on Sheska. And then Sheska just goes, all these books! I'm gonna read them all! Halloween's just sitting there like, wait, you're supposed to get mine broken.
Listen, Sheska is chef's kiss.
She alright.
Maybe she's alright.
Lust is better.
No. Lust is lame. That's why her
Laura Bailey.
That's why her name
Laura
starts
Bailey
with
does
an
her
L.
voice.
Because she's an L.
Ooh.
Sheska is better. Sheska starts with an S because she's S tier.
Or shit.
Yeah, she is the shit.
Oh my god.
Taking massive shits.
Well,
Um,
gotta do what you gotta do. Especially when you're eating all those Alchemist recipes.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
This
true.
one's high in fiber. Oh god.
Another convo I really liked in this episode though was Winry talking to Ed and Al, because Ed and Al, even though they got that word of confirmation from I almost said it again, Gracia. Even though they get
that's how I saw it too. It's Garcia.
Even though they get the word of encouragement from her, they still feel like they're at a crossroads whether they should keep going, because they see the casualties that are coming, the collateral damage in their pursuit of trying to get their bodies back, and it's not something that they wanted. They never wanted any deaths to happen from this journey, whether it be by their hands or an indirect cause in them trying to find the information. So, Winry is also at a crossroads, because on one hand, she wants to support them doing what they want, which is getting their bodies back. That's they set out on this journey, burn down their house just to be on this path. But on another hand, she doesn't want to lose them. She's also seeing the writing on the wall with people dying. I'm sure they didn't think that Hughes was going to die, and it was just unexpected. So she's already dealt with a death like that with her parents being in the military, and they also both died suddenly. So she doesn't want the same thing to happen to them. So when Ed is looking to her to advice, she really doesn't give anything, because she's torn on what they should do.
Yeah.
It's a cool moment of vulnerability, just to be like, I can't give you the advice because I just don't know. And that's
And
that.
Ed even asking it in the first place because they typically try to keep Winry in the dark about certain things because they don't want to worry her. It was a conversation that Winry had with Hughes before he died, where Hughes told her, sometimes guys keep things in because they don't want to burden other people with their problems. Which, I mean,
That's
kind
kind of
of
fucking
true.
true.
Yeah. No, it is.
You have to.
It really
Society
is.
doesn't allow you to do anything other than keep it in.
Society don't care.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy. Speaking of crazy, the unlikely duo of events that happened in the future of this, I did not see coming at all. We have Maria in jail get busted out by insert here. Who would
Tony
you
Chopper.
say? No,
See tactics.
you just fucking. I was gonna set the mood. Who would you imagine would save Maria Ross? Vote now. Would it be A, Edward Elric and the Elric brothers? That's pretty simple. Maybe somebody like a friend. I forget who the other.
I wrote it down somewhere. His name is Roche.
Oh yeah.
Maria.
Yeah, Maria's friend. Or yeah, you're talking about her partner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, his name is Brosh.
Okay. Brosh. Or the completely different answer, Tony Barry the Chopper, by the way. See, not Tony. Who's Tony?
Tony Chopper is a One Piece character.
Hey, he's a great doctor. He's also a fucking idiot.
But yes, Barry the Chopper helps break out Maria Ross from jail. I did not have that on my bingo card at all with this series.
Yeah, they're kind of just using him as like an indentured servant. It's just like, you're a prisoner, just do random stuff, but don't kill anybody. He's like, oh, fuck, alright.
And I just love how absolutely everyone that works in Central is a great, grand, terrified pussy. Everybody sees Barry the Chopper like, no. Do these guys not know Ed? Or Alphonse, excuse me?
Well,
I don't think they know he's like a soul in a suit.
yeah, they don't know about his body.
Okay, fair enough. I take it back. But yeah, it was funny just to see just everybody's just scared and Barry's just like holding back trying to kill people. It's like, oh, I want to kill so bad.
He has to hit him with the back of his swords like Kenshin.
Yeah. It's like all these bodies going to waste for me not killing.
Yeah. He frees Maria and he frees Ling.
Yeah. All because Ling says, help me, please.
Yeah. That makes me wonder, would he have freed other people if they just asked? Or would he have been like, no, you're not important to the plot? What?
It does kind of make you think. It's like just some random person. Could you help me? I want to be free too.
By the time they get to Ross, there's like a fucking entourage of people along with him. It's like a Skyrim modded playthrough, like 8 followers.
What is happening? Why is all there? What do you have behind you? Oh, it's just all my friends. But hey, we're busting you out of here, Maria.
That makes me think like, okay, because obviously this was done on Roy's end to free Maria because of what we saw later. It makes me think though, would Roy take responsibility for everything that Barry did? Because okay, so they instructed him not to kill anybody, which is fine enough. but he still could have critically injured people, and then he literally freed another criminal who he didn't know what he did. So would Roy take responsibility for that too? Obviously, they don't know. Like, he tried to keep it on the wraps that he had any connection to Barry, but that is kind of funny to think about because he could have freed some heinous criminal.
Right, some mass murderer.
That's true. That's true.
Luckily, though, that was just a holding cell. That wasn't actual prison.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
True.
So he would have an entourage of drunk people
Yeah.
falling over and shit.
Oh.
Hey, take me home, Mr. Metal Man. I will be your friend.
Every time one of them falls over, Barry's like, "Now. Here, let me help you back up."
Just put some in the suit.
Ross is like, "Why do you have so many people inside of you?" That's what she said.
God, I was about to say that's a quote.
He just turns into a stand-up comedian. There's so many people inside me, and I've murdered a bunch of people.
He already does that. He already
True.
That's why I was talking about the difference with Barry in this one and in the 2003 version. Barry is, I don't want to call him the Deadpool of Fullmetal Alchemist, but he brings like this comedic light to it when it shouldn't exist, considering what he's done.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, oh, this guy's kind of charismatic and funny, but he did murder a lot of people brutally.
Yeah, they're in a bunch of pieces. What can you do?
He's funny though.
Yeah,
so
he makes people laugh. Yuck, 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 yuck.
That's all it takes. But
oh my god, the part that happens next.
Go ahead.
Maria gets freed. She's out on the streets. Ed and Al meet up and they go, Maria, go down this dark alley. We'll meet you somewhere safe.
Okay.
Okay. La 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 la. Roy Mustang sees her. I've been waiting for you, Maria. No, he doesn't say that, but just basically like you, Maria. I'm Shadow. And what do we find happen? Hold on. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh my god. I already knew what he was going for.
She just engulfs in flames, charred, burnt, and crispy. Her vacation has come early this year.
Yeah, one-way ticket to see God.
Yeah, one. She don't have to worry about sunscreen in heaven.
Finger licking good.
Or hell.
Depending on what she's goes
done.
To hell?
I don't know.
That's she's true. A criminal. She killed Billy Mays Hughes.
She killed him.
She didn't kill him.
I mean, how do you know?
Because we know.
Well, you believe everything the internet tells you?
I saw it, EA. I saw the mole.
The one that she all of a sudden perfectly placed on the right side of her body. Oops, silly me.
Yeah, I saw it. Saw all of that.
The 45 matched the bullet. No. Maria died for nothing, essentially. Poor thing. And it's weird because I don't know if I remember the scene or if it's different. Anyway, it doesn't matter. When it comes to this scene, it just seemed out of nowhere. And I was waiting for there to be some sort of like, haha, tricked you. She's actually alive, and that's another dead body. But even the fucking coroner confirmed that was her body. And I was like, oh.
And he was disgusted. He was like, this is what the military does? To just burn people alive like this? This is horrific.
Right. And it just seemed so random and just not out of character for Roy, because I understand that he's kind of like in an emotional state, but it was just very jarring in a way, very much like I wasn't expecting it. Like he just straight up murdered her, and he gave his reasons. He said, "When you're part of the military, you got to do what you got to do." She was a uh, wanted fugitive and escaped her cell. She needed to get put down. Did she though? She didn't have any weapons. It's not, what in the world could she have done to this man, Roy?
Well,
nothing.
Kill Billy Mays Hughes.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's where it comes down to it, is that I think his mind is clouded with anger, and I feel like he's letting his emotions get the better of him, and he wants to get some type of vindication and revenge for Hughes for dying. So, what better way than to kill the person that, you know, that murdered his friend, even though it's like he didn't really look into the facts. Did this really happen? Well, they're saying she's a murderer, so it's good enough for me. Snap.
I mean, it was a good ploy by Envy, and it's kind of crazy because Envy just came up. It was just an epiphany Envy had. It was like, hey, you know what would be really fucking cool if we killed Maria Ross. Roy got his revenge, and he stops looking into the incident.
And I love how Lust was like, you know, we told him to behave and not do anything bad. He fucking murdered this chick. So, and she turned into a moy blob. Envy did was like, she's like, whatever. He's not looking into it anymore. He's happy. Look at him.
But yeah, I mean that caused a big rift between Roy and Ed though, because Ed is just he is shooting him daggers. He is heated.
Like, I think he's contemplating joining up to be a part of the Alchemists, or be a part of, what is this place called? A soldier.
A mistress.
Thank you. Yeah, he's definitely having regrets right now. When Roy left, he took like a trash bin or something and fucking threw it across the hall. He's so incredibly pissed. And Roy's like, "Don't lay your hands on me. I do. I'm an officer. Ah, la, la."
That's exactly what he said, by the way, y'all.
Just the most bullshit kind of excuse. But, you know, Ed, knowing Maria and having a sound mind, was like, you didn't have to kill her. If anything, you could have just arrested her and put her back in jail. But no, you just straight up murdered her. Because, you know, what was she going to do? Unarmed, tiny woman. No. Yeah, that was unexpected for me. Because, like I said, I was seriously thinking, oh, they probably found it. No, he just straight up murdered her.
It's like that episode of Attack on Titan where Armin sacrifices himself and becomes a burnt, crispy sandwich.
That was a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hawkeye took a request to leave, and
yeah, she's like, I won't be a part of this anymore.
And then it's just like something weird going on with Mustang, because he's just on the phone, like seemingly talking to women. He's just like, "Hey, what kind of panties are you wearing?"
Hey, babe, I just burned a woman to a crisp. You want me to take you to Pound Town?
You're almost as hot as the woman I burnt to death.
You're as beautiful. Oh my god, that was a weird transition, I will admit, where we have this very serious, psychotic, just weird shit that happened with Roy, and then all of a sudden, Hawkeye's gone. Hey, babe, age, sex, and location.
We just learned that like Roy's whole personality of being like this, like really serious and put together dude is only contain or put or presented to us in that way because Hawkeye's around. Like anytime she's not around, he's just like a goofball.
Which is really weird too in that sense, because he's supposed to be working and he's trying to flirt with chicks. Is this guy from like Bill and Ted or something? Whoa. Like, you see that girl? She's got boobs.
Just turns to Johnny fucking Bravo.
Hey there, mama. Hey.
Whoa, baby.
Why don't you come over here and let me touch up on you?
And then Armstrong wants to take Ed to Risen Bull, which is their where they were born at, like their home village. So Armstrong takes Ed to Risen Bull. He tells Al to stay, and at the end of the episode, we see Barry the Chopper.
I don't know, unless it's Tony the Chopper.
Now this the real Tony.
Yeah. He looks like a feral beast.
Yeah, he's tripping in that cage. Let me out!
And
I don't think Barry would have freed that guy.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially if he had the same name.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is that me?
Your face
looks familiar.
Oh well.
That girl's over there is hot.
Punish me, mommy.
Wait. How would he react to lust?
Oh my god, you kidding me? He would do the fucking Popeye eating spinach. And he'd just be like, I'm ready.
Oh my god.
He'd be like,
I freaking love her.
just
Answer me, lust.
now I want to
Just
see
quotes
a
Marin.
like a romance between Chopper and Lust.
Oh my god.
I'm sure it's
'Cause
there.
it's kind of perfect for Chopper.
I'm gonna look it up.
You've been a bad boy.
Let's see.
I know I have. I've been killing people. What did you expect?
Punish me.
Go on, tie me up. Hit me really hard. I've been bad.
Hit me.
This true Chopper does kind of sound like Joker and Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I don't see any fan art. I guess nobody thought
Oh.
that was in my head.
Dang.
You were looking
Tragic.
for it.
Tragic,
I
dude.
mean, they have Envy and Edward, but they don't have Barry the Chopper and Lust. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, maybe try fan fiction, or what's the other site
Commission
called?
Burb.
Archives of Our Own.
Just
think that's what it's called.
go DM Burb. Be like, hey Burb, pay you $20 to do Lust and Chopper hanging out like they're high schoolers.
And then he'll look at me and go, "Here's some more secret recordings of Sea Tactics."
And then he'll go bark 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 bark.
Yeah, he would do that too. Also, is there a cat meowing in your background? See?
Yeah, it's my cat Gabby. I brought her in because she was outside still, and she meows.
I hear her.
Just randomly. I don't know why she meows. She just looks around, meows.
Trying
goes
to tell
back
you something.
normal.
She's saying stop. She's saying stop being a cuck.
I think she wants to like she's a princess. She's literally a princess. She wants me to pick her up and
Bonk burb.
put her somewhere.
Is she doing this?
It gives me so much anxiety.
Hello?
Oh no.
Hello?
Hi, hello, how are you?
Hello?
I know. Can you hear me?
You are a cuck.
All right, let's go. Dude.
Oh my god.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. let's go ahead and let's go ahead and let's get into Kishi. Episode 31. I also forgot what happened in this episode too. I think Misao was doing something.
It's weird. Like, it was just a lot of dialogue, a lot of setup, and a lot of build up for the next episode, I think. But we are introduced to Misao's grandpa, the very happy and excited grandpa.
Selfish to the bone.
I
Everybody,
love Ninjin.
everybody's
Ninji.
in Tokyo, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, they made it to Tokyo, and then all of
Kyoto.
a sudden, or Kyoto, excuse me, not Tokyo. And then it's like, hey, my inn's over there. There's my grandpa. My granddaughter, come here.
Misao,
Yeah.
let's cause a lot of destruction.
It makes it better.
We had a couple of Oro scenes.
That's true, yeah.
It makes it better knowing though that this guy is like a serious badass spy in his past. I always really like that trope of, you know, the guys with the past that will make you go, what the fuck? What were you doing then? And then, you know, in present time, they're just like family guy. They're, you know, just family men.
Yeah, they're Peter Griffin.
Lucky there's a family guy.
Lucky there's a man. All the things that make us
laugh and cry.
He's a
family guy.
Yeah. But he seems pretty interesting. I love how right away he knows who he is.
Yep.
I know what you are.
Kobeni?
Without the hysterical screaming. But gave us some insight to his intelligence network because he used to be a spy for Oniwaban. So he knows things that regular people shouldn't know, which is considering he's helping Kenshin, that's going to give Kenshin some information as well, which he already gave him some information because Kenshin is looking for two guys, one of which we don't know what is going on with them. But one of the guys, Shaku, was the swordsmith who created his sword, which broke. So he's looking for another sword. He's looking for the same guy to make that sword, but he died 8 years ago. But he has a son who he taught everything that he knew to. And so Kenshin goes to him and goes, "Hey, make me a sword." Well, he didn't say that because
make me a sandwich.
Hey, I'm starving over here.
We also we had another ridiculous Kenshin sword logic thing because, well, first two things happened. One of which was cartoonish, ridiculous. Kenshin goes into the place, and he sees kitchen knives on display, and he picks one up. He's like, "Huh, I wonder how good this is." I don't want to eat anything coming from Kenshin or Misao, because Kenshin just has like his boob sweat all over his food. Misao probably the same thing. She got the shit biscuits. Kenshin has like the sweat fruit. Like, I don't want anything from them at all. But he cuts it, and then I love anime logic because they try to make sense of stuff that doesn't make sense. He goes, he cut the molecule so precise that it's able to come back together. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's so dumb. He cut it so fine that he can put it back together like a fucking Lego.
because he cut it so silently, it doesn't realize it's cut. So if you're quiet enough, you could just form it back together as if nothing happened. What are you talking about?
I don't think that's how it works. If your arm gets cut off, you can't just go. It goes back on.
In fairness, you haven't tried that.
True, I haven't had my arm cut off, but if it ever happens, I'll let you know if it works. I'll put it back together and be like, "Did it work?" You just see my arm fall off. Nope. Sorry, anime logic failed yet again.
Just grow mine back like Piccolo.
You just. Oh shit! I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. So the guy's Shaku's son's name is Seku. And Seku's a pacifist because his dad was the one that was making swords that were. I got to go on another rant.
Let's hear it.
Because this is not just with Kenshin. I've seen this in other places. What is with people going, oh no, I can't give you a weapon that's meant for killing. I can't give you this dangerous weapon that's meant for killing. It's already a sword.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks swords are made for, but it's not like it's not to cut paper.
We use it to pry open doors.
Oh, I've been using my sword. Oh, damn.
I've been using this as a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
You know, whenever they need carrots cut, I just go shoo, 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 shoo.
Chitta tap.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's the whole thing because I understand what they're going for here because again, he's a pacifist, so he doesn't want his swords are so great, he doesn't want it to fall into dangerous hands. And I'm like, anybody with a sword, it's now in dangerous hands if they have an intent to use it.
Right.
But again, I understand the sentiment of what they're going for. But this has been a plot that's always bothered me in any type of media. I could understand it if it's a weapon of mass destruction, like a bomb or something. That makes sense. But not a sword. Because if you're killing a lot of people with a sword, it's not because the sword is that great. It's because you are crazy and are probably strong.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I just have a feeling Mr. Pacifist is going to be in a position where he's going to have to make a sword because someone's going to get killed. Someone's going to threaten his life. I mean, you kind of saw it at the end where those two guys were like, "You see that guy over there? Yeah, he's making a sword. Okay, pass the message along. Okay, kisses."
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be put in a position where he's going to have to make that sword. I could see it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't spend all that time on this guy just for Kenshin to leave like that. Anyways.
Why does his wife look more important than he does?
I feel like that was a point, wasn't it? To make him look unassuming.
He's a pacifist. Thus,
Yeah, but he looks like a background character, but his wife is like so. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets like stabbed in the face and dies.
Like I said, something's gonna happen.
Well,
not gonna be good.
I think Kyoto is going to be turned into a bloodbath, and he'll probably see what Shishio is capable of. And knowing that Kenshin is fighting against that, he's going to go, maybe I should give that guy a good weapon because this isn't looking good for the city.
Yeah, I myself am a pacifist, but you can kill all you want, Kenshin. Here, ting, 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 ting.
I called this sword the Toblerone.
Well, he doesn't have to make a sword because his wife commented that his dad made one last sword very conveniently.
Right.
Before
I forgot about.
I love
we're sold out. Oh, hold on.
We got
Yeah, you
one in
forgot
the
about
back.
that.
Special order. Came in the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah, we got an extra Excalibur here. We were about to throw it away.
Yeah, this one's
sell it at a
called
fucking garage sale.
Ultra Metal Death Weapon. This one's supposed to kill everyone in the world in one swipe.
It's like
Ain't good, though. Nobody really likes this model.
Tensaiga.
This one will turn you into a great big giant furry. As
This
you can
one's
guess, they
the
all
master
sold out in an
sword.
instant.
It's the one that will kill Ganondorf.
This one right here, I took this one into the wilderness. We ended up killing just about everything. Yeah, killed everything in that forest. It was a good time.
Yeah, that sword's gonna be given to him at the last minute as his dying breath, with his wife and child dying. The child that just goes, yeah.
But that
He's
child's
just-
fucking awesome, by the way. Love that
Like, what's
kid.
he saying? He's saying he wants to be friends with you. I didn't
Kid like, what the fuck?
Dude, that
didn't
child
understand
was
what he was
both
saying.
completely stupid and really smart. I didn't understand it, but I loved it.
Oh, I just thought of something. I'm thinking it would be more interesting if Shishio steals that last sword that his father made, and then it forces him to make a sword that is on par with that. Because I'm thinking to myself, if this was his last sword, it would probably be a sword for the intentions of killing. Because that's what they were saying about his dad, was that he was the antithesis of his son, where he was making all these murder blades. So Shishio might go, I mean, my sword isn't broken, but I might as well get another sword. Why not? So, give me that. All right.
Huh? Give me that.
Huh? Yeah. So I'm thinking that might be the play here. Maybe Shishio takes that sword that his father made, and then he makes a sword, or he's forced to make a sword himself for Kenshin. And then it'll just be symbolic of, like, two pacifists on one side, Kenshin and this guy, and then two violent people on the other.
That would be very interesting. I would like to see that unfold.
Also, Tay's family is like Nurse Joy's family. Everybody just looks the same.
I'm her twin sister.
Yeah.
It's
I think that's literally what we said. We were watching in my server. We're like, this is Pokemon.
Yeah. I was like, it's Nurse fucking Joy.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it in this instance.
We just go everywhere and fucking cook at all the big shops in Tokyo.
Yeah, they got a restaurant in every city.
They're all the same. How many twin sisters do you have? 8 for each badge.
Tai Zai Y by
Oh,
Die
Guy.
Guy.
It's a guy. It's like I was the guy of the of the group. My.
I think the only other thing in this episode was it's 2 things, I guess. But so Grandpa wants to keep Misao from knowing what happened to the Oniwaban group, because Kenshin tells him, like, yeah, those guys got kind of dead. He's like,
Because of me.
Oh no.
But yeah, they keep that information away from her, which, I mean, we talked about this in Fullmetal Alchemist, like keeping information away from people, and how it was done good in Fullmetal Alchemist. Here, it's not like this is a bad plot point. It's just that we know as viewers this has to be revealed to her at some point in time, and we're just wondering what the response is going to be.
How dare you, Kenshin?
Eat a shit biscuit.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'm an angry sporty tomboy. Fuck you.
Yeah, and then just kicks him in the head, and he goes,
Oh,
"Oh!"
no, 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 no.
Oh, she was dressing like a normal girl this episode.
Yeah,
She
she
took
had
off
like
the ninja gear.
yeah, I think she looked better in that than she did with her original outfit.
6.
What?
I said 6.
Wait.
As a woman, I don't need to see those clothes. Where's the
Yeah.
dresses?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to like figure out like how am I sexist here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
You are an imposter.
I know you're an imposter, see. It's okay.
But the very last thing that
This
happened was
is a hate crime right here.
the random Shishio henchman guy with the weird head and flowers was like, I got something for you, Shishio.
I got some flowers for you.
Yeah. I don't even know why they showed us that scene because it didn't give us anything. And the way Shishio was just looking at him was just so funny. He just kept up the evil smile the whole time. He's just like probably standing there. It's probably like the equivalent of standing there when somebody's wishing you happy birthday.
Right.
His girl is just looking at him like, do you know this guy? He's like, "Shit, he does this shit all the time. I see. Just bear with me."
He always gives you presents. We always just like put it in the corner. We say we're gonna give it to you, and then we just kind of like brush it off and like throw it in the trash.
He's just being super weird. Like I can't really see Shisho being cool with that guy, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if the
Maybe-
10 swordsmen are
Maybe
very
he likes
eccentric.
the cut of his jib.
Yeah,
Or the cut of his hair.
I feel
No,
like
his
as long
jab.
as long as you can fight, you're probably going to be good friends with Shishio. I think that's all it takes to unite him and other people.
You guys think we can get Jeb Bush on the podcast?
If we do, we would have to remember to clap.
It's hard to get myself on a podcast sometimes.
Please clap. We just have to remember to do that
Bro, we should
every
get
once in a while
Jeb.
when he talks.
We should get Jeb Bush and Bill Clinton on. Same episode.
Oh, God.
We'll do
Jewish
this for
rabbi.
Jeb. Just clap. And then let's see, what does Bill Clinton do? Oh yeah, here we go.
Hell no.
Ever since I first saw you, I've been thinking about you ever since. And I get impeached twice for you.
I would.
I hate it.
But in all honesty, it was pretty like quick.
Yeah, it was a very good paced episode. Especially at the end with the very Nazi thing that went on there. That was very Nazi.
Not so Nazi. Actually very Nazi.
Well, there you go. I guess that's it for Kenshin episode 31. It was really good. I really enjoyed this episode. Thought it was it's just a fun one.
Shout out to Shishio's girl. I don't even remember if they said her name. Maybe they did. I don't know why. I found it funny.
Baddie.
The baddie. I thought it was funny where she was like, Kyoto's so beautiful. Why the fuck are we living in a stinky cave? And he's just like, please, honey, just bear with it for a month or two. I'm like, a month or two?
That's how long it's gonna take for him to peel off that skin.
Yeah. Peel off Kenshin's skin.
He's gonna wear Kenshin's skin.
It'd be funny if she just kills Kenshin so she could have a better vacation spot.
Oh my god. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. It's not a Shishio and Kenshin battle. You know, she just is like, I'm so sick of this.
Just get it over with.
Give me a gun. Let me shoot him.
Yeah. Come on, just give me the
Scotty,
gun.
don't. Scotty, don't. Daddy's working. Okay, you don't understand.
I swear I gotta watch those 3 films again, man. They're so good.
Yeah, If you watch in the server, let me know. I'll gladly watch them.
Oh, so great. All right, let's go ahead and let's jump on into Dandadan episode 7. This is the 7th episode. I can be remembered.
I love the notes in here that say, "I don't feel like it."
The reason I did that is because I watched it. Was that Thursday? Whatever day I streamed, and then I didn't feel like I was already running low on time because I basically watched everything today, besides Dandadan. So I was like, I cannot watch this again. So I was like, and then too, with what happened in the episode, I feel like
It's a simple episode.
Yeah,
It's easy to
I don't feel
remember.
like there's notes to be taken.
Yeah, it's the episode in theory is built around a flashback. So the beginning portion and the end portion matters, but it's the beginning part. It's very quick, out of the way, like almost immediately. But you guys said you had thoughts. Now listen, if you say anything that isn't 100% positive about Ira Shiratori, I'm not gonna lie. I may have an aneurysm. A stroke, epilepsy, brain damage. Well, that's guaranteed. Another stroke, a super stroke. I'll contract the vampire disease. I'll start playing League of Legends.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
Yes, it's a very bad thing.
Okay.
I'll make a Twitter account again.
He's serious.
I'll buy a Cybertruck.
Oh no.
Now I want you to, one at a time, sing praises for Ira Shiratori, best girl.
I want to know what EA has to say, because I know what I want to say.
About Iris?
Or like, what's your thoughts were? Because whenever
Twitch
we have thoughts, it's usually alluding to something controversial, so to speak.
I mean, to be absolutely fair and honest, this is a really great episode.
And you're not going to say anything negative, right, EA, about Ira?
Hold on. Let the man speak. Great episode, just visually and
Go on.
directorial and everything. I thought it was amazing.
Say it, EA.
Now, as far as Ira,
say it, EA.
which we have here in the notes: pink hair, worst girl, absolutely terrible, the smelliest.
Oh, it does say that.
She smells nice. She's not
worst.
after
that day.
She has Okarune's nut.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. It got absorbed into his skin. But I don't know. Did Ira really do anything? Other than give basically the main ghost in this episode a hug? Anyone could have done that.
EA, you realize the road you're heading down, right?
Yeah, I'm heading down the Ira Pink road.
Roads. This road, EA, leads to your demise. Your next words better be carefully worded.
To be fair, I mean,
EA,
he did kind of see something
falling off the path.
As a kid, Oh, look, it's my mother. Oh, wait, it's not my mother.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go in that direction because from the little, it was like a little flash that we saw before this episode, and it looked like it was because we were wondering what is connection between her and Ira if that's not her actual mom, and I was thinking that, of course, we didn't have the whole story, but I was thinking that she accidentally like ran into her thinking it was her mom, but was mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And we know why that's important watching this episode now. But but yeah, before we talk about the emotional bits, let's talk about uh my thoughts on
Your
my
Twitch thoughts.
thoughts. Yeah, and mine's are pretty simple. It's nothing.
And you better not be calling Ira a Twitch thought.
No. You said that, not me. Um, but yeah, what I had to say is very simple. And let me cook, because it's not going to sound good when I say it. I'm glad that Ira died.
I'm about to be glad for someone's death too.
Let me keep going. Let me keep going. I'm glad because I saw everything that was happening.
High five. Yeah.
I'm glad because I seen it. Okay. Because I was looking at what was happening in the episode where she's getting dragged around everywhere and just getting flopped off. I'm like, yo, she should be dead. I mean, I still feel the same way about her friends. I feel like they should be dead too, or in critical condition. And I know it wasn't due to like blunt force trauma that they died or anything like that, but I was just like, yeah, considering everything that happened, she should be dead. I was just like, this is like way too much for a human body to handle. So, yeah, I'm not glad in terms like I'm giddy because I disliked Arya because I was just glad because I'm like, yeah, this character should have died considering everything that happened.
Whoa! Do you say Arya? We ain't on Mars?
Oh, Ira, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Pink one.
Yeah. That's
the
her color.
smelliest.
Oh, you're dead. Kill him.
But as far as like, yeah, this episode, she shined at the end, but majority of the episode was just talking about Silky, which we never got her actual name, did we?
No.
I don't think so. It never said it. Everything was told in the silent visual perspective.
Yeah.
Where you know everything's going on, but there's no like dialogue being said, which is amazing how they did it.
I think my favorite like shot in this episode was when it was the camera was like panning and you could see like time was passing as it was panning side to side. Like this episode was just what EA said at the beginning, like great direction, how they told the story without any dialogue, and we were able to get the whole picture. Because it was very simple, but like how they presented it was so great, and it engrossed you into the story. And I think that heightens your emotions because of how the story was told.
Yeah, it really puts into perspective how. What's the ghost name? Silky?
Yeah.
It really puts in perspective how Silky became a ghost overall. And this character could have been a creature of the week and then just would have been killed off and we wouldn't have thought nothing of her. But the fact that they decided to go about it in a way to almost kind of like how Demon Slayer does it, where you see what they were in their past life before they became evil and got to kind of see how and why they became that. And Every decision, every art direction, every artistic choice was perfect when it came to this. Because everything that was silent had beautiful music playing, but you see the transition of time and everything flowing as a river. And then when you actually heard sound, especially towards when I guess her house, these people came in and took her child, there was no music at all. Nothing but sound, nothing but just crying, and nothing but just the just you felt like you were there because of just how awful it was. There wasn't anything uplifting about it. And then, her child gets taken away. Then you just see the point of view shot. Very well done, too, by the way, of just her trying to find her child. And she basically fades into oblivion. And also like that scene, too, because it's like when she's running to get her child, I feel like she was already dead. Because she had died, I feel like, in the apartment, but she was already a ghost. And then slowly became Silky, the ghost creature thing or whatever. And yeah, everything about that scene was just really well done. And yeah, I'll admit I was watching it and I I had to dab the corner of my eye a little bit because I was just like, wow, they did a really good job. And just everything, you know, anime. I describe it to people. It's like, oh, it could be very beautiful when you get the right people involved. And I show people this, and it's nothing but boo physics. It's like, no, not this. I'm talking about stuff like episode 7 of Dandadan. That's the beauty of anime when it's done really well. And I thought that was great.
I think you could show this to any like casual person, even someone who's not into anime, and that would it would get them to feel something. They may not understand exactly what's going on, but I mean, this backstory was the backstory. Like, it's not like we got much more from this. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people tearing up and crying over this episode. So that just goes to show you how well it resonated and hit people in the emotions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And on a serious note, I didn't think Ira was that bad this episode. I was just giving you shit just to see what you would say. But
too late.
when it comes, he's in a corner now. He's etching my name into the wall.
Okay, what's the de-escalate?
Put the gun down, C. Put the gun down. But
that's not going to happen.
Okay, fair enough. But she did do her part when she got to being alive again and gave old Silky a hug to basically kind of like give her that peace of mind and have her pass on and everything. It's nice. That was nice.
And then, her sacrificing herself as readily as she did, so that she could basically transfer her aura to her, which going past to this episode in the vacuum, that's probably going to mean that she's going to also have some weird spiritual powers.
Yeah, and she's going to become part of the main cast now.
Yeah.
You know what I liked about Silky's backstory is that it mirrors the way she died the second time. In the sense that she died by killing herself originally because she basically lived her whole life to raise this child, and she sacrificed her life to do that. And then when her child was taken, she felt there was no reason to live anymore, and so she killed herself. Well, now as a spirit, she lived only to protect Ira. And in the end, she ended up sacrificing herself to bring her daughter back to life and save her and then redeem herself.
Save him.
I thought that was pretty nice. It wrapped up nicely. I also thought the flashback was really cool because it had a lot of like really cool details in it that if you
beautiful.
like, there's a kappa in it, for example, and a kappa is supposed to ward off like it's you're supposed to like basically it's like, hey, kappa represents if you do things the right way and you're on the straight and narrow, you're going to be rewarded in life. And if you don't, and if you tempt the kappa, then misfortune it will follow. And so the daughter, if you notice, was always wearing a kappa shirt. They had a kappa mug. They had a kappa bib. You know, like like kappa was all over that flashback. I even think you see it in a drawing at one point that the daughter did. So it shows that that's such a small detail, but it shows the mentality of this family, which is surviving in a holistic way. And that's why the daughter at the end saying, "Mommy, thank you for all that you do," is so important, because Silky effectively didn't need to get that money to buy that dress. She didn't need to do that at all because they were already happy. But it just goes to show that society in that instance has made her feel less than, has made her feel inadequate as a mother. And thus she felt she had to go out of her way to do all of those things for her daughter, even though she was already doing more than enough. And that's why that's the final thing she remembers before she dies, is her daughter saying that. I think it's up to interpretation. I think a lot of the backstory is up to interpretation, but I you know, in my mind, that's her going, "Oh, right. I did everything I could. I was a great mom." But it's also like, "Oh God, I failed too," because now she's trafficked or whatever.
Yeah. Very sad. It's sad yet beautiful, and deeply tragic and depressing.
It's a contrast, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Also, hello, Danatos Media and Neon Victor.
Daniel,
welcome in.
Neon, give me your arm.
Neon the arm, and Dan, he's asking
Bonk,
you,
burp.
Satsuki, are you now a fan of Dandadan?
Oh wait, that's the question I got.
Yeah, that's what Dan said to you.
You better say yes, you son of a bitch. And you better say your favorite character is Ira. Say it. Say it.
What is a fan? What
That means you love her.
what
Everything she does is perfect.
I mean, I like this show, but I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say you would count on me to be like,
listen.
I wouldn't really call myself a fan of the show, but I like it.
Listen.
That fucking sound effect.
Because I wouldn't say I'm a fan of everything that I like necessarily. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, I like it.
I'm killing
Does that
both
count,
of you.
C? I just said I liked it.
Volcano.
But this is definitely the best episode thus far.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just the backstory, just in terms of just a spectacle, like, because they already hit on the emotional front, but like how it was presented, it was just so well. Like that POV that we get of Silky, and she's like frantically looking for her, and you just see like, you know, like how fast it is, you know, showing her desperation.
Real. That looked real at a moment. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, is that like actual live action footage?
They do that in anime sometimes. I noticed that, but I feel like that was animated, and they did a very good job with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when video games finally had water that looked like water and fire that looked like fire. It was like one of those moments.
Yeah, but now they can't have people that look like people. It's all
Yeah.
what's it called? Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Uncanny Valley. That's the word I was looking for.
Wait, Hidden Valley is like
That's
a
a
food
ranch.
brand, right?
That's a ranch. Hidden
Oh.
Valley Ranch. I was thinking of the Uncanny Valley where it looks real, but you can tell something's not right. That's the definition anyway. But
Mhm.
it's crazy how, like, when you describe it, not a lot happened, but so much happened at the same time. It went by super quick. Like, I was glued to my TV set the whole time, and then when it was over, I was like, that was it? That went by quick.
Yeah. And this also goes to show you that this power uh uh this could be used in the future. Maybe Momo basically using herself as like she basically was jump starting a car almost. Yeah, like she's taking the life force of somebody else and instill it to someone else. Um so her powers are advancing and like what she's able to do. Because even before that, she was touching her heart, uh, trying to resuscitate her like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she touched her heart.
Yeah,
I
but
I like how someone was like, was it Momo or Turbo Granny who was like, it's just a lump of meat.
that was definitely Turbo Granny.
I want to say, I don't think Momo would have said that.
Dude, Turbo Granny's
yeah,
an entire fucking mood.
Yeah. Well, she was just like, yeah, you guys are alive, but this girl, she's fucking dead. That's what happens when you get swallowed by a ghost.
I
Yeah, Fetho.
I was surprised Turbo Granny wasn't a little more empathetic towards Silky. I know she didn't know her story like we knew her story, but you would think that Turbo Granny being Turbo Granny and how she led her life and how
That's
she
true.
became a spirit in the first place, she would at least maybe think that there was some, I don't know, like some reason, like some bigger reason for why she became the way she was and why she was so obsessed with Ira.
She just hates other grannies.
There you go.
She's jealous of other grannies.
After she saw Seiko, she was like, what the fuck?
She was like, I can't compete with that. Like, that is Granny of the Year material.
Granny of the century.
Fucking A. I mean, whenever you give your MILF awards later this year, see, you're not even going to do that. You're going to give a G-MILF.
Well, she is a mother. So it does count.
And a grandmother.
Yeah.
You're like, she's not only wins the MILF award, she wins the GILF of the century.
And she's voiced by Seba.
I mean, that just right there, she's gonna win. I have a feeling.
My question is what they did for Ira this episode, are they gonna do that for her friends who are dead too?
I mean, they can't massage their hearts to get back to life because there's no ghost.
Been dead for a while.
Momo walks up to them and is like, "Yeah, Ira, I think you left your friends here." And you just look at them, and their legs are like bent to like in weird directions.
I don't think I could fix that. Laugh track plays in the background.
I don't think I can fix that. You just hear people clapping. Woo! Yeah. I'm not cleaning up this mess.
It's turned into a fucking gag.
Yeah. I would be surprised. Well, I don't think their friends are dead. They should be dead, but they're not going to be dead.
Yeah. At least give me like severe injuries. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for much.
I want impalement.
They just show up to school the next day, and they're like wrapped like a mummy.
A neck brace, and they have crutches, and it's just like, so how did it go? I kind of blacked out yesterday.
And their mouths and face are like they're like the mummy. The mummy, like their whole head is bandaged, but you can still see their eyes and their mouths.
They have the fucking headgear that's like screwed into their skull to keep
Oh
it
my
stationary,
God.
and they're just like, God.
Ira's like, hey guys, let's go.
Let's go on another ghost adventure.
Oh, can we sit this one out?
Let's
I
go
can't
fuck up
open my
Momo's
mouth.
day, you guys.
Okay then. It's gonna take me a minute to get there.
Come on, she's a demon. She's quicker than us. You gotta run. Why aren't you running?
I can't fucking run, bitch.
By the way, something seems off about you guys today. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we got flung by Momo.
Maybe we should read some Bible passages.
You know what? Maybe you should shut the fuck up.
What was that?
I said you should, and then her teeth fall out. You know what? You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go home.
I mean, she was chosen by God because she's so cute.
Did I see a freeze frame of a picture of a let me rephrase that. Did I see a picture of the next episode where we have this girl Ira into
Oh, I didn't watch the preview.
Okay. I won't say anything then. Because all I know is if I see what I saw that's going to happen next, I may have more questions than answers.
That's good. That means you're finally getting it. That's Dandadan. More questions than answers.
Right? I'm scared.
There's just after every chapter, literally, I've read 175 chapters of Dandadan. Every single one of those chapters ends with me going, "What? Well, what was that about?" It's crazy. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's jump into Suma Show episode 8. Episode 8 of Suma Show. This one is kind of what you guys really predicted, which was she got her memory back.
Yeah. Also, can we first say Chica comes in for the save and Keisuke doesn't get in trouble. I was wondering how he was going to try to find his way out of prison. But luckily she was just like, "Oh, yeah, that's my daughter. Teehee."
Good old fashioned off screen. I love off screens when they cover up moments that would obviously be awkward if they showed it in full detail. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, so Chica got there, but I don't know how close they were to her house. So I'm thinking of the moment where they're trying to explain to the officer, "Oh, wait, bro. I'm gonna call her mom." He's like, "I don't know about all that." And then they got to verify her identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a long process that we were saved from seeing. I'm not saying I wanted to see any of that, but I'm always thinking about stuff like that.
I wanted to see, "Sir, step away from the child," and they have like a fucking like taser. Well, no, not a gun, just a taser. And it's just like, "Sir, you don't understand."
Oh
Stop moving! I can't help it.
You're resisting. You're resisting.
I'm not resisting. That my body's tensing up.
Starts to look like Ross's body by the end of it.
Oh my god, Maria Ross.
Yes.
Oh my god. So what we see in this episode is very interesting because we see the kid that was there before Takaye. And we also learn that this, or not learn, I guess the theory was brought to us that this is not reincarnation, but instead a possession. Which, yeah. Yeah. This is, even how it was presented to us in the first place, Takaye even said herself when we first saw her, she didn't say, I was born again. She just said, the next thing I knew, I had consciousness and I was in the body of this little girl. So yeah, it wasn't reincarnation, but instead like a ghost possession, and she's able to regain her memories in the vessel of this little girl. But she isn't even she wasn't reborn, and she isn't meant to come back to the Nijimas as their wife again. So this reinforces the idea that sooner than later they have to get over her death.
Yeah,
This is
because
what
she's not coming back.
This is what I think they should do. They should get the Necronomicon.
No.
Do some voodoo. Just do some voodoo bullshit, and then get the lady that is into him at his work, and just have the wife take over the body, and then put the soul of the office lady into Barry the Chopper.
I could tell by Satsuki's grimace that that's a great idea.
I was at a loss of words because I did not think of that myself. I'm beating myself over it. Should have thought of that.
Yes, but I guess you could say this is the first anime that has lied about its title. His wife didn't get reincarnated into a elementary school girl. She got possessed.
She got possessed into one.
Wait, was that the title?
I don't know. Isn't it something like that?
Like I don't think it's
reincarnated as a high school, elementary.
Either title we say is still going to sound like trash, but
fetus.
Let me
embryo.
Let me see. The title, I'm trying to find an official title, like if there is one. Okay, so this one translates to "My wife will become an elementary school student."
Huh. Okay, so I guess the word reincarnated was not brought up, but
even that's still kind of a lie, because, well, yeah, because I think the show does try to lead you in the direction of reincarnation, but like I said, to start, she said that when we first see her, she said that she didn't say she was born again, because if that was the case, it's one or two things are going to happen. Like the priest said in this episode, either her life would have been completely reset if she has no memories, or she would have had all her memories plus the memories growing up. But she didn't have those memories. She didn't have anything prior to gaining her own consciousness. So that should have, for us, the audience, that let us know, yeah, this wasn't going to last.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Satsuki. It was the point that we brought up a while back. But now this pretty much confirms it with the priest's theory basically about the whole possession thing. One of these days, and probably sooner rather than later, family's gonna have to learn to let go. And it also makes me wonder how absolutely terrifying for poor little Marika, where she's been possessed for how long?
Almost a year.
Almost. Could you imagine you're living your normal life and then you wake up and realize a year's gone by and you don't know how you got there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever. Just some stupid kid. Who cares?
It's terrifying.
it was like 11 months to be exact because I think she said that the last memory she had was in March, and then fast forward into present time, and it was February. So she's like, Marco's like, what the fuck?
Your body, well, you aged a year overnight. You're on the back of people, you don't know who the fuck these people are,
Mm-hmm.
and like your mother looks different, like, and she's acting different too, which is
Yeah.
also something that's crazy. I felt bad for the girl. I really did, because I thought of it as in a child's perspective, like you're just living your happy life. The only thing you have to worry about is Play-Doh and other shit. Then just this stuff gets put onto you out of nowhere. She needs to go to therapy. She needs to go to some kind of therapy. She had to get reacclimated into society again once Chica was becoming a mother again.
Yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
kid. Just like I don't know, yeah, play with your toys, your Nintendo or something. Get the hell over it. I gotta go to work.
Oh, that's right. You invented Nintendo, right?
Yeah, Vinted Nintendo. Yeah. Me and Bill and Ted, we worked back then on the old Apple computer.
Good times.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a point though where, because Takaya is going through a lot right now because, it's kind of I don't know if she can just will it by herself, but it's explained to us why things happened the way it did is because Takaye felt that, and it made perfect sense. She felt that she could pass on because she's looking at her daughter, and it's almost like I did what I set out to do, so I don't have to be here anymore. And I said it. I don't know. I don't know how many times I said it at this point, but the real person that hasn't moved on is her husband, Keisuke.
Yeah.
He's the daughter has established herself, not moved on because she's still latching on to the idea of her mom being back. Which I mean, it makes sense. Like if your mom died and there was a chance that you could talk to her, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would cling to that idea. But the point being is that Mai can emotionally support herself now, whereas Keisuke, I think, still relies too much on Takaye.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to him being fine is what's going to is what's going to lead to her finally being able to pass on. It kind of, you know what this show reminds me of? I think everybody will appreciate it because we all seen it.
Onohana?
A little bit of that too, but I was thinking about Angel Beats.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's kind of
That is a good one.
that
yeah.
is a
God.
a
If there was
pre-
ever a show
yeah.
that needed to be 24 episodes instead of 12, that was it.
What about 69 episodes?
Fuck, it could have kept going forever. There was just so many side characters they could have done so many interesting things with them, but we never got to see their backstory or whatever. And I feel like they should have done that with everybody, especially TK. Give chance and luck. I want to know what his background was. We never got to have that chance. We never got to have
Yeah.
that opportunity, but alas.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole concept of being able to move on when I mean shit. we kind of got that with Dandadan too. I mean, with Silky.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it's going to take for Takai to move on. What I really loved in this episode was Chica, and not just her doing better as a mom, but what I really loved was her putting her foot down. And when Marika was Marika instead of Takaye, when she was her child, she gave them 3 requests, and I wrote them down. I need help babysitting her because I'm working a better job, so I'm not going to have as much time to stay at home.
And I'm not paying you.
Yeah, I'm not paying you. You get to see the child that you think is your mom. That's your payment. Call her Marika so you don't confuse her. Love that. And the third one, which was the one that was heavy hitting, if she doesn't get her memories back soon, give up. I was like, I'm glad she put her foot down for that because I feel like it's hard for her to say that because saying those things makes her seem selfish, but she needs to be selfish. I mean, she's the parent, that's her child, and she doesn't know what the hell is going on. So them trying to impose their will on you're my wife, you're my mom. That's unfair to the kid who has no knowledge of this, and it's just a kid. You know what I mean? So it was on her to take up that mantle and go, okay, I understand this situation is weird, but we need to make it a little normal for the child.
Yeah, I agree. I was saying, I feel like it was like a couple episodes ago or whatnot, where I felt disappointed in Chica, how she kind of had, you know, Kisuke kind of like walk all over her. Well, not walk all over her, but I felt like there was some moments where she needed to kind of be like, "Hey, back off. This is my daughter." And I'm glad she did it in this episode because I agree with you. That was what she needed to do. She needed to basically say, "I understand you're hurting, but I'm trying to be to be a better person and a better mother right now. And if her memories don't come back, you have to accept that. That's life." And I appreciate what she did with that.
I can't imagine how she's feeling with all this because memories are the core foundation for a person, right? So like we've all heard the whole thing, like people don't die when they die when nobody remembers them. So her daughter not having her own memories is almost as if she's dying for her. Like sure, her daughter is still in the flesh in terms of her body being there, but if she knows that's not the consciousness of her daughter, she's essentially dead. And she doesn't know how long this is gonna. It's almost worse than what Keisuke and Mai go through because at least they have some closure knowing it's finite. With her, she doesn't know how long this is gonna last. It just happens randomly. Like imagine just losing your kid and you have no idea when they're coming back.
And you have no way of fixing it. You have no way of, I don't know, maybe call an exorcist to get her body back or something. You would have to go to those extremes because you wouldn't know where to even begin with that. You know, as a parent, that would be terrifying.
All of that.
He's the heartless man.
This is payback.
No, I know it is. I know it is. And they're talking shit about Arya. I'm gonna go ahead
Whoa, we're not on Mars, sir. Get off Mars.
But no, Chica was she even apologized. She took it back when Marika asked she was like, "What?" But man, Chica's been on a very good arc. Great arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because that especially is one thing that I feel parents lose touch on, feeling like they're too feeling like the dynamic between them and their child is too unbalanced for them to apologize. You see that a lot with some parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Too much pride.
Too much pride. I mean, you know, you may never even have parents that will ever apologize for what they do. You know, your parents are old, going into however old. Like in this case, Chica's mom. You think she would apologize? Hell no. She is who she is. She ain't ever gonna change who she is. I'd be surprised. She'd probably apologize if it meant she could get some money. That would be
Hey,
the
Chica,
only way.
I was wondering, you know, my Nintendo money ran out, and I need about $5,000. You got that for me?
There's a new Switch game coming out, and I want it.
Also, I may want to buy some crack cocaine. You're gonna. Is that all
Click.
right with you?
Mark has a better phone than me, I think.
Yeah, she's got a nice phone. She's got like the new iPhone. What number are we on? 16
Well,
or
MILFs
whatever?
deserve the best.
No, she's not a MILF anymore.
Yeah, she's possessing a 10-year-old now.
Yeah, so now you're going to
No,
jail.
wait, no. Oh, I thought you were talking about Chica.
Oh, nope. Sorry.
Oh,
See.
fuck. God damn it.
FBI, open up!
Oh, fuck.
Wait, I just thought we actually have some good candidates for the MILF award.
Yeah.
We do. One of them not being
Seiko,
not being
Chica, aka Abusive Nobara, aka Good Nobara?
If we include FMA, we have like a couple more too.
Yeah.
If we include FMA.
Izumi.
Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia. She's a great MILF.
Gracia. Yeah. Silky.
Her head game is outstanding, right, Satsuki?
Oh my god.
I love the chat.
I said that. I didn't say that this episode, by the way. I said that the episode before when she was running around being a monster.
No. I know. Like somebody proposed it in the chat. It was probably midnight, and it was one of those. Hey, you think her head game is on fire or whatever he said? And you're like, I don't know. And then literally 2 seconds later, she like eats one of the kids, and you're like, well.
I pride myself on answering stupid questions no matter how stupid it is.
I appreciate that.
No, we can see the writing on the wall for where the series is going, what needs to happen, probably what's going to happen, and
finally a fucking 12-episode anime that makes sense.
Yeah.
You think it's just gonna be 12 episodes? And then
no. Yeah, I think it's gonna end. And the thing is, I think this let me see. This series is 14 volumes.
Okay, that's pretty short.
That's pretty crazy because that means they're obviously not adapting everything. I'm actually interested to see how the manga did things because
watch the manga be more like pervy and disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's like actual. Ooh.
Here's a present for you, baby. I thought we could do something like we used to do.
I did like the scene of Keisuke like being awkward around Marika when she was alone in his house because again, it's like that's not his wife anymore. So it's actually just the kid he has no connection to. So he's like, hey, if you want some fucking juice or something?
I want some apple juice.
Right, this isn't my wife anymore, god damn it.
I pooped my pants.
This shit sucks.
He's just crying in the corner. Sir, can I have some apple juice? Oh god, I miss you.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
I cannot
cannot
sleep. I cannot
sleep.
sleep tonight.
I need somebody in all ways.
He just starts singing Blink 182 songs.
Don't waste your time on me. You're already inside my head.
I miss you. That was beautiful.
It's like he's bawling while singing the song, and the backup vocals is his dead wife.
Right, and Marika is just like standing there, just holding the apple juice in her hand, just like, I need to learn math. Help me.
Or better yet, if you want to get it like really morbid, just show like a picture of her like, oh, dead or something.
Oh,
and it's just she doesn't say anything.
Speaking of a picture, Marika all of a sudden becomes Takai again and regains her memories after seeing a picture of her family.
I think it was the marriage contract specifically.
You think so?
Yeah, they were showing that. It would make sense that would be the thing, because that was the one thing that she herself like planted in that house. You know what I mean? Like as Marika. Like when she was the little kid, she had the marriage contract thing. So but even with her memories back, I think it's going to get to a point where she's going to press the issue of getting Keisuke to move on. And I don't know if he's going to get with his coworker by the end of this, but
hey, baby,
he's I feel like he has to think about that eventually, you know, because that's still not in his mind.
He's just like, she's young, you know. She likes me. How good is she at cooking? She's pretty good, actually. She made me some stuff.
But she's not my dead wife.
Right, she's not my dead wife that's being possessed. Oh wait, that she's possessing this other girl.
See? Get the Necronomicon.
Why are we sponsoring like
Lorata
necromancy?
Why not? Turned out good in the Evil Dead.
This KOA sponsorship is brought to you by Necronomicon. You want to raise the dead? Do it on our dime. Become a member today.
Get 10% off. Use code Raise the Dead.
Use code Raise the Dead to lower the price. Oh my god. We need a sponsor from the Evil Dead.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think they're gonna go for an anime channel.
Damn.
I don't think there's a lot of crossover there.
Well, maybe knows? I can talk to Sam Raimi. Maybe he would
yeah.
Or Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, you're friends with him, right?
Yeah. I saw Bruce Campbell at a panel 10 years ago.
Yeah, you guys are tight. You go way
We're
back.
tight. We're tight. We go way back from that one
Vietnam.
time.
Anything else on this episode?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So crazy.
Let's go ahead and get into negative, positive, angular, episode 7.
This one was also pretty simple.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised it wasn't
kind of
more.
Boring.
It was really funny though.
That was how I felt the whole time watching it.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. The fact he thinks he's at a fishing show in his head. It's so stupid.
That was the part that confused me. I was like, wait, what's happening? Did they change producers for this TV show?
That's what was so great about it. Because it was like, fuck, what's happening? What's going on?
like,
Wait,
did another company like make this series? They was focused on episode 7, and they were like, "Yeah, it's about fishing. Let's turn it into this."
no. EA, I got a very simple explanation for why we got what we got this episode.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say, but tell me.
We reached that point.
Yep, we reached that point in KOA. Once we get to the halfway point, it's all downhill from here.
If it's an anime original, we reach episode 7. Something's going to happen.
Yep. All of a sudden, we're like, "Oh, this is looking great." Oh no, we're on like
She
we're
punched a
episode
dog.
6. Episode 6, we're on top of the world. Then all of a sudden, we see on the other side, "Oh shit!"
Wait. So, if this is the episode that starts the downfall of negative positive angler, does that mean the last great episode was, funnily enough, focused all around ice, aka Brazilian Hatsune Miku, aka best girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I consider that a win.
Hana's best girl, though.
Ew. Her hair's best girl, though.
Her hair is omnipotent.
Also,
I
isn't
love
Hana
how-
like 12?
She's in high school. She's not 12.
Same difference.
No, 12-year-olds don't go to high school, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it
12-year-olds
wasn't
and high
what-
schoolers act the same.
Wasn't your best girl from Dandadan also in high school?
Yeah.
Why do you have this ready?
I don't know.
Oh, well, listen. Ira was sent from God.
Oh, Lord.
Hana was sent from hell.
Or Mars. She could be an alien.
I just love how deep her fishing knowledge is. And she was able to tell that one fish apart from each other, and they show a side by side of it. And if you're not paying attention, that fish looks exactly the fucking same.
There's something about Hana, now that I think about it, kind of reminds me of Rengoku. It's like that. Remember Mugen Train, when he's just kind of
Umai.
fucking sitting there eating, and he's going, "Umai."
Umai.
Like, there's just, I don't know, it's just the same energy.
Well, she's a ball of energy, for one.
She is. She is the energetic, happy, peppy girl. That's her character arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he better get with Takaaki.
Oh, that was another thing that was weird this episode, because they didn't really advance the plot, but that was the one thing that I feel like is going to be built upon what was going with Takaaki, because he said something about how he used to be a host, and he was like, "Yeah, because I'm so pretty," blah 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 blah. But then he talked about quitting that, and then he looked sad when he said it. So that seemed like it's going to be something that's going to be expanded upon later.
He also has a tumor in his brain.
I'm a tumor.
They both have fucking tumors in their brain. Wouldn't that be fucking coincidental?
Last one to live has to pay the rent.
I think C just took a shit. But yeah, it's we got a little bit of Fujishiro in this episode.
Goldfish man.
Goldfish boy, man.
I'm happy. Did you see him fucking driving a car?
He had his own camper.
Dude, he can't see.
He had a Winnebago.
He can't see fucking above the fucking pedals.
He is incredibly short.
How is he driving?
He's like the size of Mini-Me. He's so short.
He puts that seat all the way up.
Yeah, and he has to sit on some like old phone books or something. And he touches the pedals through like
stilts.
sticks and shit. Yeah.
That's the most interesting part. Yeah, how is he touching the pedals? Like, it's one thing to just get up on the car, but the pedals are the real issue. Like, we find out the pedals are just high as shit. You gotta be custom made.
I am so low.
Yeah.
But I mean, this episode though,
Nothing happened.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they were going for this episode because
I
funny.
didn't care for it, to be honest.
it was just like they were going to, because I thought it was going to be a Fujishiro episode. I'm like, yeah, this is what this is what we were saying. Like, okay, we got this character, this character, this character. We got Ice last episode. We were like, okay, what about Fujishiro? And then we're like, all right, we got Fujishiro, and then they didn't focus on him. He didn't do anything. He said like one thing, and then went meet, and then
like the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Beep beep.
He was just gone for a majority of the episode, and then
Hey, there he goes.
and then they just focus on Hero, who is, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the episode was going for, because he was trying to catch this big fish because he's seen this commercial or whatever. So he's trying to get a big fish. He goes on his on his own, tries to catch it, fails. Sulks and goes back with the group. The group is looking happy, and he's looking like he's jealous or something. But then they show him the power of friendship. He catches some fish, and then everything's good now. I didn't really understand that. I was like, what are they getting at with this?
Yeah. It's weird because like I feel like they almost reiterated what we had seen the episode prior, which was all these people are fishing and they're my friends. Didn't we kind of already capture that feeling the last episode where he was literally in tears because of the fact that these people give him a reason to live?
The only thing I could say is what some of the what Fujishiro said at the end of the episode, where he was basically saying, because Fujishiro was catching a lot of fish on his own, and he cited his preparation as part of the reason why he was able to catch so many fish. And that's one thing that Hero hasn't been doing. He hasn't really been engrossing himself in fishing the way everybody else has. Like, he has basic knowledge, and he learns here and there, but he doesn't. Obviously, he's nothing like Hana, because nobody's like Hana. He's just a fishing freak, but he doesn't do some of the bare minimum things that he should do if he's taking this as a very serious hobby, like what Fujishiro was doing, which was checking the ties and everything, and having a specific fish in mind he wants to catch.
Yeah.
So it was showing like preparation is part of the experience with fishing, and enjoying preparation as well. Like, just anticipating what you want to catch. So that's part of it, but I feel like we didn't need a whole episode for that.
No.
I don't feel like that was a whole lesson that needed to be taught that required an entire episode.
Listen, just start the prayer. No, not the prayer circle. The cope circle. Let's just do it now. Let's get it over with.
We got to get another Fujishiro episode. That can't be his episode.
If that's all,
It's downhill,
I'm gonna be
boys.
upset.
We're killing it. Episode 9. Calling it.
I believe Hana's hair can
That's
save
not
it.
going to happen.
Hana's going to hide the episodes in her hair.
It's like, you didn't say the magic word. I swear to God, if they like delay production on episode 9 to where we can't even see it, I'm gonna be like, they did this shit on purpose.
I mean,
I don't hate the episode. I kind of where EA was at. I felt
you
like
guys are
the
haters.
episodes. A little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It was boring, to be quite honest. Like I said, to me it felt like it was a different production crew that made the series that had no attachment to it from the beginning. They're like, you're tasked with only doing episode 7. What are you gonna do? We're literally going to do a fishing episode.
It felt like this episode was meant to be a filler episode, but somebody was like, you better not put no damn filler in that show. And they were like, okay. And they just made an episode that wasn't filler, but was kind of filler.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't, I think that's the issue. This episode doesn't feel consequential to what we're probably going to get in the future from this show. Like I don't know what to take away from here that we'll probably see next episode, especially coming off of episode 6. That's the real issue.
Yeah. Next, in the future, we need a Fujishiro focused episode, more so than just I have a camper, and we need a Takaki episode as well, and I think that's coming soon.
Yeah, I did think it was funny in the beginning where they were speculating like what he has and what he does, because everybody's like, he's a mystery. And then Ice was like, I heard he has a helipad at his house. And I'm like, who did you hear that from?
She's like, I just made it up.
Yeah, like, I heard, like, no, you didn't.
You heard
who
nothing.
said
that? They cooked a lot of sardines.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, anybody like sardines or anchovies?
No.
Me neither. Those things are fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any.
They're really strong, really salty, very fishy fish taste. It's like, ugh.
You know
like
what else?
When I want good fish, I want good fish. I don't want stinky stank fish.
You know what else is pretty fishy?
Hmm.
I don't know. Any other thoughts on NegaPosi Angler episode 7?
Just give us a Takaaki episode. Or no. Give Fujishiro another chance. You guys did not do him justice. We didn't learn anything.
All we learned is that he's short and drives a camper.
What if he's like an ancient warrior?
What, like fucking Frieren?
Yeah, what if he's like Frieren?
No, I'm not saying like Frieren. I'm talking about what's his name from
he's
Frieren?
Racist.
He could be racist.
You gotta give him good qualities. Why does he have to be racist?
Is that what Frieren is known for? Racism?
No, I wasn't talking about Frieren. I was talking about Fujishiro. He's not racist, is he?
I mean,
he could be.
He's got.
Yeah, I'm short and I'm racist. Yeah.
I hate everyone who isn't short like me.
Why is there a Confederate flag on your RV, Fujishiro? You're not even American.
That's my heritage and culture.
He wears a MAGA hat.
He tells it like it is.
Oh my god.
I think that's it.
Biden migrant crime. Depression. EA. Where can they find you?
Oh my god.
Damn, see? That was Ira. She just shit herself after she died.
No,
it's just making. This is someone making biscuits.
Oh yeah. That was Misao making biscuits. Like, here, Kenshin, would you like some more? Yeah, there you go. I'm so sorry. I'm a child.
Bonk
You can
burp.
find me at you can bonk me. It's fine. You can find me at my channel, Everything Animated. I'm happy with everybody and their subscribing to my channel which has a whopping 605, all because of my little shorts that I've been posting. Just little little things of concerts here and there. Let me go ahead and post this in the chat. We have a blue sky, so you know whenever we go live. And only $1. I mean, come on, one stinking dollar, you get to support the show and help us out. It gets us paid and whatnot. 550 subscribers for the King of Anime podcast channel. Thank you, C Tactics, for linking that for the discussion where we talk shit about Ira. I'm sure there's gonna be more talk in the coming future.
I'm sure they appreciated it.
Oh, I'm
It'll
sure
be a
they
whole
did.
feud.
I know. We're gonna get a lot of people like commenting, coming in here. Hey, you guys don't understand. She's the bestest girl.
She is.
But I don't know about that. When I look at the notes here, it says right here, Ira, pink hair, in parentheses, worst girl, absolutely terrible, and the smelliest.
If it's in the notes, it has to be true.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's written by Lightning Eagle.
What did Ellie do?
Yeah,
He
I feel
wrote that.
like this
That's what he did.
propaganda thing with LE has gone on far enough. Anyway, you can follow me on all those other things. Write a question for us. We haven't had a question, it feels like, in a month.
That's right.
We used to have a bunch of people that would write us all kinds of questions from A to B and who runs the gauntlet and all that stuff. And
yeah, where's the Marvel DC questions?
Yeah, we haven't had those in a hot minute.
Maybe we answered them all. Maybe that he.
Oh, they ran out.
We must have.
We got those questions for like a year and a half, 2 years.
It felt like a long time.
Ran out.
It's better than. Would you drink Aqua's pee if that was the only thing that you could drink?
Yeah. Thank you, Light Ruler, for those fantastic questions. Would you hug your Mai, or give a puppy a shot in the forehead? You know, just ridiculous shit.
Would you rather eat bacon or play games but with no bacon?
Oh my. Kill it.
Yeah. So, yeah, visit all those places, support our channel, and we also have a, we don't have any memberships on here, but you can show your support for the King of Anime podcast. We have Super Chat. You can give even after the show's over. We get it. Split it 3 ways, all 3 of us. So,
at least that's what I
all
tell
for
you.
me. What?
Cook the books.
Yeah, I have a illegal car wash company. I use to launder my money. Don't tell Skylar.
Oh God.
Where's the money?
Where's the money? I had to pay off Ted.
I had to give it to Ted.
Satsuki, where can they find you?
You can find me on my main channel, Satsuki the Savage. That's on my YouTube, as well as Satsuki the Savage. That's with a D-A, not a T-H-E, on my Twitch, where I play a plethora of games. Plethora meaning like 4 in rotation. Ace Attorney, Metaphor right now, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Nikkei, and occasionally some other things, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I play GTA 4. And we're probably going to have some more games coming next year once I finish all the ones I'm playing right now. I do have some scripts I want to go back to and actually write because, my God, it's been a long time since I actually wrote something. So I want to go back to some of the ideas I've had in the past and actually get some stuff on paper, and go in the process of making some videos, because it's been a long time since I made a video. But that's where you can find me, and hope to see you then.
The channel thing today, second channel, did a Dandadan video. Tomorrow, gonna do one on the new Chainsaw Man chapter. Wednesday, finally the final episode of ReZero. I'm never talking about that anime again. Thursday, new Dandadan. Friday is Friday. So pizza day. Woo! Thanks everybody for coming out. Can't wait for pizza day. Woo! See you next Monday. Pizza day. Woo!
Try to.
Later.